over.
Game over, man. Game over. Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How are you so fucking fucked? Fuck.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass is so big?
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Welcome. Hold on a minute. We're going to do a show for you. Cripple, how's it going? Yeah, I'm fine, buddy. Just, anyways, oh, wow, my hair looks like crap. And that window's up, even though it shouldn't be, because it's not like there's someone there. Oh, give me a second. Fucking cats, dude. You guys are starting to push me. And I'm starting to get annoyed. All right. Where is... I think it's that one. There we go. Yes, that is. I need to label the on switch so I can see it when it's activated. My hair looks fuzzy. I didn't really put anything in it. It is fuzzy. It is fluffy. And I need to mute it. Al, I'm doing a show right now. Our girl is going live. That's why my phone's going off. Our gal is live doing another one of her reading streams. For those of you that are here for Digger, you can find her on her channel right now. Hide the kids. A new pope is in town, says St. Caesar. No, we have a new pope. Didn't take them that long. USA, America Pope. We own the world. I mean, I don't know about that. But yeah, we do have a new pope. We'll talk about that. Let's grab the stories. Al, I'm pulling up. Fuck off, cat. Let's get that. Hide the cord over here because there's a cat that's gonna want to play with it. That's why we really need to just fucking get rid of the cat. All right. New Pope smell. There we go. That one. So I've only loaded the first one. Okay. Control. $5 from Fall in the Great. This is fitting. Is this the Rage song that you made earlier? I listened to it. I'm not playing it. Thank you for the $5. There we go. There. And there. All right. Let's click the link in case I'm wrong. Another one. I'll admit I've extolled the virtues of Suno to people, and I've said how awesome it is. Yeah, I listened to this. No offense, I don't like you. You can like your stuff. You follow my songs. I'm honored. Well, I like you. You don't need to be honored. You're using me as your subject material, so I figured I should at least check it out. It seems fair. I give it a listen. I'll give this a play. Here's what I'll give this a play. I'll let the audience decide what they think of it. You know what? I won't speak for the people watching the show. I'll play your little video here. There is Wild Saffron soap on a rope smells like fresh PayPal. You're not talking about me, I'm guessing. Yeah, no. Nope. Not talking about me, but let's open those up quick anyway, just to be sure. We have them up and there. And we have that one up. And there. All right, I'll throw those in the chat in a minute too. We'll get, if I can rub and tug, then it's good. If not, it's horseshit. Sounds like an incredibly fickle bar. I would imagine by that definition, most music is horseshit to you. T. Jeff in the hizzy. Yeah, good to see you, T. Jefferson. I'll go ahead. I'll hit play on this.
Yo.
Meh.
Johnny streams with a face full of wrath, chat going wild, walking the daft path, talking about meats too exotic to chew.
No.
Milking gorillas? Yo, what's
No.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Johnny's rage popping, fire in his core. Audience
Nope.
testing, he slams metaphorical doors. Out of bounds talk like a ball on the green. Golf gets dissed, he says, what you mean? They mention ostrich steaks, camel on a stick. Johnny's twitch ticking like a time bomb tick. Beef over species, he's losing his mind. Bring up gorilla udders one more damn time. His cat's toy gone, confiscated quick. He's molding the vibe, no time for that shtick. Johnny's the boss, don't push his last nerve. Snatching fun away, showing curves of his verve. Golf gets strafed, yo, that's just sus. He's driving his point.
Snatching fun away, so I'm killing the fun.
Put a can't come and flag stuck in the sand. Johnny's the king, he rules with his hand. Johnny's rage popping, fire in his core. Audience testing, he slams metaphorical doors. Out of bounds talk like a ball on the green. Golf gets dissed, he says, what you mean?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what? Everybody has their own taste, man. This fucking slaps this King Kong. I'm apparently in the minority. I'm in the minority. Fallen the Great thinks this slaps, or no, I should say, Fallen the Great thought this was fitting. King Kong says this fucking slaps. You'll have to play it for Digger. Digger's heard it already, so. Digger has already heard it. In fact, if I can be completely honest, Digger's the one who told me about it. So she heard it before me. I did a gangster shuffle to that. Well, that's awesome. Way to brag about your able-bodied abilities. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. We have 3.5 hours in the show and a lot to cover. The new Pope. We've got a clip of some Democrats making asses of themselves. We've got a Kentucky man who won the Powerball and then did something interesting. We'll talk about that. We have a lady saying, you know what? We got a lot of people putting themselves out there. We're going to go for it. Let's bring up the new Pope article first. So there is a new Pope. They have done the whole, I think someone provided video of it, didn't they? They provided the minute hey guys, it's the minute that the white smoke came out. I'm sorry. I think bird watching is lame. I think if you're someone who sits around just to watch birds, it's lame and gay. This is even worse than bird watching because you know exactly where this is. You can easily see it, but you're watching for the minute this happens. Like, oh God, guys, it's white smoke. It's white smoke. That bird is so fucking high right now. Oh, it's white smoke. Oh, God. What if they were all just smoking a lot of cigarettes or like a big old doobie? How do they get the white smoke? So the smoke is black, and then if it's white, it means there's a new pope. How do they get the white smoke? Like, I'm assuming the black Mad Max Mardigan, fuck was that garbage shit song, sounds like that gay shit Aaron listens to. No, Aaron listens to Eric Church. I'm not going to defend or insult Eric Church. But I will say those two sound very, very differently. Yeah, no, that song was made by Fallen the Great, who thought it was fitting, thought it was awesome, was playing with Suno. I've been promoting Suno and saying how much I like it, so I can't fault anyone for using it. And Andy paid me $5 when he told me about the song and it being fitting, which I had already heard, but I figured he paid $5. I'll give him a play. I knew it would be safe. We need minute-by-the-minute play. I don't know. You get the white smoke by rummaging through a mother's handbag at a playground. No, you don't. No, you don't. Then you catch the smoke. Shout out Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh Buff, good to see you. Do they pick the colored? No. Wild Saffron, birds are cool. Johnny hates everything. No. There's a difference between like trail cam watching. You're talking about watching the baby birds. That's fine. I'm talking about people who are like, no, I'm going to go here with a pair of binoculars to see the North American finch in its native fucking habitat. Go fuck yourself. Like that is an incredibly lame hobby and pastime. You're watching birds. And you realize birds are the only animal that we give a dedicated watching group to. We don't have like, hey guys, I'm just here to watch the squirrels. Like if you saw somebody come to a park, like that's how bad it is. Pedophiles don't even tell the cops, no, I'm just here squirrel watching. Nope, because even they know. How bad does that sound? And I paused the screen on here with this screen, and I just realized I need to clean this monitor. Wow. I'm going to get that nice chamois cloth out and start Windexing the shit out of this thing. The smoke is from a certain can. Oh, no. King Kong Dong. That is not true at all. That is a hellacious lie. That is insensitive. That's on the chat, man. People can see that shit. You might hurt somebody's feelings. That is completely... I want to just be clear now. That is a joke. He doesn't mean that seriously. Because, honestly, we don't have any of them left. But no, the... Lab Glass says I'd baby bird for Johnny. Nope. My cats squirrel watch. Red Scooper, your cats get to squirrel watch. Because they squirrel watch and they fantasize about homicide, which is probably what anyone who squirrel watches does. Person, cat, or dog. But with people, it's scary. It's worrisome. You know they want to kill something. They're watching the fucking squirrels. So here we go. The fire rises and the smoke's going off. Everyone's super duper happy. They are applauding the fact that, and here's your Pope. He's from New Jersey. I want him to speak like he's from New Jersey. Like stereotypical. It's like, what? Hi, welcome about the Jew. You know, some people killed our Lord and Savior. Whoa. I don't mean that seriously, but I do mean fuck these people's feelings. Right. I get that. I'm just saying, like, verbal chats, things that, like, when a chat's on a screen and it doesn't move fast, like this one, people really get time to read those messages, and that's where I'm like, you do get that pensioners in the park are squirrel watching. Really? They're squirrel watching? If there's ever been a better justification for the maid system, it's people who squirrel watch. If you, like, no offense, like, I've watched squirrels from my living room, but, like, if you go somewhere to watch squirrels, what's wrong with you? You don't need to do that. All right, Dubi a bush high. Hello. All right, so we've got all those. So yes, that's our new Pope. The new Pope, I don't think we have a name for him yet. I have not been told this Pope's name. Or wait, no, we do have a name for him. What is it? Goes well. Thursday morning, the Cardinals resumed the process for day 2. Yet again, before lunchtime in Rome, black smoke signaled no conclaves have tended to only last a couple of days. However, some past conclaves, however, dragged on much longer. The longest ever in the 13th century took almost 3 years. The shortest conclave on record in 1503 took just 10 hours. All right. How long was the conclave that elected Pope Francis? Began on March 12th. He was announced as Pope the next day after 5 ballots. The conclave that elected his predecessor, Benedict the 15th, began on April 18th. He was announced as the Pope the next day after 4 ballots. Scroll up then. It must be where it's at. He will appear soon at the central window of St. Peter's Basilica. Yeah, we don't. I don't know. His real name is Robert Francis Provost, and he's from Chicago. They told me he was from Jersey. You can call him Bert, right? Pope Bert. I like Bert. Leo the 14th. Let's just call him Bert. Pope Bert. I like Pope Bert. Pope Bert has a nice ring to it. Pope Bert is less formal. After everything we've been through, you need a friendly face. You need a church with Pope Bert. Like, I feel Pope Bert is how we do it. You don't go by Robert. You don't go by Leo the 14th. You don't take some other saint's name. But fuck that. Pope Bert. Pope Bert. New day, new age, new Bert. You Berter believe it. All right. So, yes, all of those of you worried, which, I mean, I think it totals out to none of us. Yeah, Pope Bert. Our show goal, quick update on the show. Our show goal is on $40 for May 9th. So, like, the $5 we got on YouTube there and stuff will eventually go in when we issue a payout. I have to check if we have one coming from Rumble anytime soon. We issued one last week, so we might have one in the next couple days, depending on if you guys are following in those Rumble rants and stuff. And those always help the show, too. Either way, $40 for tomorrow's goal, and the whole week is covered. So thank you. I'll link the PayPals and the Venmos and pin them right now, so that way you guys can have those. And the merch store will be available. Control-C. Pope has already appeared about an hour ago. Yeah, that's why I had a picture of him. I just was reading the story that came out like 2 hours ago in my prep sheet that I put up there. I'm sorry. All right, let's oh, this isn't on multi-stream. Fuck. Stop putting it just on the Twitch chat, motherfucker. I want multi-stream chat over here. If it was Twitch chat, it'd be the same Caesar show. That would suck. All right, pin this message. There we go. Oh, I got a fan funding thing I didn't say? No, I already acknowledged that. Thank you. Following the great. Okay. Always hate when that happens. All right, so they're pinned at the top of all the chats. If you want to support the show, there you go. You can do it that way. And there we are. Just hide this thing. Get it out of the way. Okay. So there, I spammed my own chat. What a horrible dick I am. All right, so we have this story of 2 Democrats that kind of stepped in it this week with talking about different stuff. I don't know how much I care about this, but Jasmine Crockett is one of them. So we've got clips of them. Let's watch these clips here. Let's get this up. Now, this is Jasmine Crockett. Was shown a clip of her calling, of Trump calling her low IQ. This is her being shown. As I get older, I am apparently becoming less able to tolerate the changing of the seasons. This is a sign that the human body is not meant to keep going. At a certain point, it's like, nah, the weather. The weather is too much for you. It's not okay. It does look like it's a beautiful day out, though. So we'll probably have lower than average numbers because it's a beautiful day, lovely afternoon. Hope you're all having a good time. Pope, wow. Lab glass. I don't think so. Wild saffron? Don't even know why. All right. Pope breads a bum. No, at least you don't. I don't know if you know this or not, but continually asking people to support the show is begging. So if it's not this, at least you don't. Yeah, I do. Please support the show. Here are your links. We're always a day ahead, so I don't have to stress it because it's a smaller goal. But I feel like you that's a you thing. You got to let go. You know, if you don't like what he does, don't watch his show. Whatever. Anyways, and I don't know if you noticed this or not. this isn't his show. All right, let's go with this. So Donald Trump called Jasmine Crockett low IQ. I'm not surprised. He's called everyone everything pretty much. He's very good at that, coming out and saying shit. So let's see her response. Because again, she is a highly educated lady. Thinks very highly of herself. So I'm sure she has some pointed words.
They have a new person named Crockett. She's definitely a low IQ person.
Let's bring in the person he name-checked there, Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. Congresswoman, your response.
The fact that you just got done engaging in a conversation where we have a president of the United States who has no idea about the oath that he just took on January 20th tells me everything that I need to know. He didn't even have good sense enough in that same interview to say something as simple as, yes, I will follow the Constitution. You know, the thing that actually derived from the oath that he was supposed to take. And he supposedly took an oath, which there's a lot of people that point out that he never put his hand on the Bible, even though he acts as if he could somehow be the Pope. But nevertheless, that oath specifically says that you will defend the Constitution.
Bitch, are you retarded? You're supposed to say, he asked what you thought about him calling you low IQ. So your answer to him calling you dumb is other stuff. Okay, we have it right here. Jasmine Crockett, too stupid to say, yeah, he's retarded. I've graduated this college, that college. So you're not going to defend yourself on that at all. Wow. That is dumb. Pokemon. Great. We could have a cool African Pope. Instead, we get a creepy Jersey Pope that looks like that uncle you take your kids around. No. I guess he's from Chicago, not New Jersey. I was misinformed. The article I read from was misinformed. It's Chicago Pope. It's Chi-Town Pope. It's CNN. What do you expect, Johnny? Saint Caesar, I know you're retarded, but it doesn't matter if it's CNN or whatever. It's, again, answering a question. You were deliberately like, this is inside your tent. The guy on your side, you guys can have this conversation all you want, but the guy on your side literally asked what you thought about someone that you're against, and she used it to spout those platitudes. This is an echo chamber. You don't need to do that. That's, again, pointing out where she is low IQ. Well-educated, but still low IQ. Because a higher IQ person would understand that this dude's bringing up that thing. Nothing that what you're saying is going to be disagreed with by this group. So anyways, he's 100% born in Chicago and raised outside the city in Dalton, Illinois. Yeah, so apparently he's Chicago Pope. Chicago. Anyways. Oh, yeah, he's a meanie bajini. Oh, I wonder, is there a way? Can I just hide someone's comments, like, so they time out? I don't want, no. We'll see. All right, how do I close this window now, though? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's a meanie bajini. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. That was just like some giant cobbled together word salad that makes no sense. We have a president who has no idea about the oath he took. He didn't even say he will follow the Constitution, the thing that derives from the oath he was supposed to take. He supposedly took an oath. What the heck does that mean? The hell does that mean? You know what? This article is also, this is one where, like, dude, I don't know if you know this or not. This doesn't look as good as you think it does. This is from the California State Senate. This is Scott Wiener claiming that the sex offender registry unfairly targets LGBTQ community because most of the people on the sex offender. I'm tired of saying that I'm tired of drawing the conclusion that if we have a thing where we take people who are offensive to society and commit actual aggressive crimes against other people, assaults and such, if we have a registry where we keep track of all those people, we say it disparages a group because this group keeps having those people in it. No. Then I feel like it's a problem where it doesn't disparage the group. The group needs to stop associating with those people. Because it's starting to seem like, oh, I don't know. I don't like the idea of like, no, this paints this group in a bad light. Did those people do that? Yeah. Are they part of that group? Yeah. Then who gives a shit? That group needs to start not allowing those people in it. But, yeah, California, you guys, don't worry. If you're a victim of sexual assault and everything like that, they're finally going to solve the problem by stop reporting the offenders because it makes one group of people look bad.
That the sex offender registry contains a massive array of crimes, including, I don't know, having sex in a car or in a park. That gets you on the sex offender registry.
Yeah, it does. Now, again, that does not aid your argument. So, that's been that way for a while. I've even spoken out against it. You get on the sex offender registry if you're drunk and urinating in the park. But again, with that incredibly, anybody can do it, low bar to entry, what's the problem?
We also know that LGBTQ people have been massively and disproportionately targeted and subjected to being slammed onto the sex offender registry. That's
right. So can you show me one case of like somebody who committed a crime and wasn't put on that registry versus a gay person who was? I think what you're missing here is that it's just that a lot of us, most of us in society, even with, again, incredibly low, incredibly stupid easy bar of entry to get on the sex offender registry, most of us in society don't end up there. So you're saying the problem is this group of people are being disproportionately. It's not like they're stopping fucking. Okay, they're like, hey, wait, you look gay. Stop! I have to watch you every moment of the day. No, you're getting caught doing these acts. You also happen to be gay. Like, I have bad news for you. When they go over to the car because two people are fucking in it, they don't necessarily know the gender. Okay, it's not like they know what's going on. Did I just hear that the Pope is from Dalton, Illinois? Apparently, according to Roots Calhoun. Was it Roots Calhoun? I think it was Roots Calhoun. Yeah, Roots Calhoun dropping info about him saying he is 100% born in Chicago and raised outside the city in Dalton, Illinois. So yes, Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard's neck of the woods. I'll laugh if she starts trying to ask the Pope for some sort of like some sort of protection. I need y'all to help me. I'm robbing this city blind and I can't go down for this. So yes, he is from Chicago. Right. All right. So there we go. No wonder how many children. Dear Lord Saffron. Unsolved Sacks. You can go. I don't need your cheap viewers, sir. I don't need them. What are we gonna do? We're gonna time out you. Is there a way to pick the timing? Let's see. Can I, nope. Whatever. It just says 10 minutes. Well, fuck it. See you later. Anyways, it's official. Roots just doxed the new pope. I think a lot of information about the new pope is coming out. I don't think it's Roots specifically. I feel like a lot of people are passing out the popey information. The potpourri, if you will. But yeah, so in California, SB 311 is a bill that's designed to, help all of these horrible... Okay, weird thing. Okay. Okay. Well, at any rate, let's close this. There we go. There. And done. All right, so we've got a couple more stories to go through the first hour. We got a half hour left to go, so we still got a lot. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. If you want to support the show, we have the chats. You can throw in the Rumble rants, the super chats. We have the Twitch stuff. That's how our goal got down to $40 for Friday the 9th. And we have, of course, the merch store, which does not have... Oh, wrong button. Boop, I'm retarded. Does not have meats. There are no meats. Let's be clear. No meats. But there are shirts. Shirts, cups, mugs, and things like that. You can get all those lovely items. I am going to be putting in an order in a little bit. I'm going to get... summer's here. I need my digger hat. I'm getting a digger hat, and I'm getting 2 white badges to put on my hoodie. That'll be great for later. And then I might have to get me... I'm probably getting me a digger lover shirt. I got to do the digger. I got to do the 4. I feel like these 4 are probably what I'm going in for in the next couple of days after we get some money. And I know I'm not going to be stretching myself too thin to buy my own merch. I'm so poor I can't afford my own merch. At any rate, you got the mugs in black and white for the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market, all that fun stuff. If you like any of that shit, go ahead and get it. The Cucko the Clown shirt, I think I'm probably going to be retiring the black or the green in the near future. People have said different things about it. I like the blue because his blue almost matches, and I want to get the yellow because there's a yellow that almost matches the yellow in the shirt that he's wearing, but people have also said that they like the gray version, so we're going to leave the gray. Actually, no, that's right. Red. Red was the one I decided didn't really work well. So we're going to replace the red. Something soon. We're going to change that up. So there'll be things for everybody. Brian the Science. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I don't. You know what? Let's check if you answered my question earlier. I've been playing Final Fantasy 15 or whatever, 14. What's the online one? I just call them. I call them all Final Fantasy. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy buff person. I really just love 7. 7 is the one, like my WoW Guild guy and me, WoW Guild GM and me, like we kind of bonded, if you will, over the love of 7. He has a different love of 7 than I do, but we both have a love of 7 for various reasons. So, oh, he did respond. I didn't mean to burp. Too much coffee. Just true. So my complaint of the Final Fantasy online game, I feel like I walk over to point A, talk to somebody, to go to point, and I'm doing just the main storyline stuff, and then it's go to point B. People used to make this joke in World of Warcraft. The solution to every problem is murdering something, because in every quest, no matter what it is, like, oh, I have to make a shawl. I need this wool. Go kill 20 of these things so I have the wool to make my shawl, and you'll do that. Oh, we must defend this area. Clear out the enemies. Go kill a bunch of them. And so you just keep running off to do that. What's wrong with red? 15. No, 14. That's 14, because XV would be 15. There's nothing wrong with red. It's just, I'm a crafting fiend. I literally spend hours gathering materials. Right, but I'm just trying to get to the point where I can be a pistolier or a machinist or whatever, and I have to get to level 70 for that. I'm at level 51, and the thing is, I logged in today, and I'm like, I'm gonna advance the main story some more, level up some more, so I can unlock that machinist class. And all I did for 45 minutes, quest after quest, was literally go talk to. Like, go talk to this person. 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 Let's watch a video sequence of all these people talking. Go talk to this person. Go talk to this person. Go talk to this person. I had to log off because I had to go prep a show, and I had no more time to play run over here, click on them, watch a dialogue scene. No, I didn't, Saint Caesar. I also don't care. Oh, fuck, you're at the filler arc, says Brian. Why is the filler arc still in there? Yeah, Heaven's Ward for the Machinist. I have to get there. It gets better after Realm Reborn. I think you have to get to Heaven's Ward for the Machinist. Yeah, you have to get to level 70, which I think is Heaven's Ward. But my point is, yeah, that's fine. It's just so fun. Like, I don't like skipping dialogue. But I was getting to the point where I was like, all right, enough. I didn't come here to read a book. Now it looks like I'm jerking off. That's a bad example. But still, Realm Reborn is setting up story. Right, it's setting up a story, but it's just, Johnny, I'm going to be honest, I was where you were at and nearly lost my fucking mind. People keep telling me it gets better, but I said I don't want to deal with that, so I story boosted. I'm going to be honest, I can't afford to story boost. I've spent money on moving a character and starting up the account. That's all the money I have to spend. As it is, I have to go into WoW one of the next couple days here and turn my Warcraft subscription off of auto renew. I'm sad about it, but World of Warcraft announced that they're going to add a one button system, and it's for people like me who have trouble playing the game because of various physical handicaps. But I don't like that attention because it's already getting in the community a reputation for, oh, it's just because so lazy people can just hit a button. And it's like, right now you're literally putting something in there for me that I didn't ask for, and it's going to make the game, like, the community worse. So I'm just like, ugh. Apparently that doesn't happen much more once you finish the ARR. Well, I think he means the arc. Potius Felonius, don't be sad, be glad. Be sad about what? What should I be glad about, Pontus Felonius? You talking about World of Warcraft? No, I'm totally glad. Or not glad. I'm totally sad. I love World of Warcraft. I put a lot of time in it, but the system that they're adding in eventually, the one button bitch system, I'm like, eh. Mr. Q, damn, I missed the day when you bought a game and that was it. No more money needed. Yeah, but the games, no offense, the level of production and the number of people they put in them, games nowadays would need a lot more money to work that way. WoW's rotations were one buttonable already, says Sam Show. You mean like a macro thing, right? Either way, I still talking about Warcraft. Wow. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm not happy with that change. So I thought I'd give Final Fantasy 14 a try. It's a very beautiful game. I did like it. I do like a lot about it. But yeah, I am losing my fucking mind at go talk to. Like, they updated the game and they added expansions. No one thought at any point, hey, maybe we should fix that so it's not just the world's stupidest, longest conversation. I'd be happier if it could all at least happen in one fucking room. I'm tired of go over here and talk to them. Now go over to this continent to talk to these people. Now go to this continent to talk to these people. Did you head to the town in the south? I heard someone wants to talk to you. Like, fuck off. I'm all about Neo Geo retro gaming, says Los Federales. I like having fun with my games and stuff, but it's just, we couldn't put it on controllers for a reason. I mean, the only reason the one button thing works at all, the rotations were capable of it already. Yeah, the rotations were capable of it, but they're literally putting it as, like, again, it's one thing to go through that level of work, Sam Show, to set that up and do that. And if people want to give you shit for it or whatever, fine, whatever. You went to that level of work to set that up and do that. My point is making it a standardized system of the game where you can turn it on and there's just an icon on your screen and you can just hold your cursor over the icon. You don't have to do anything more than turn it on and hold your cursor over that icon and just click, 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 click. Yeah, I don't like that. So why don't you take up knitting, says Wild Saffron, because I'm not gay. I don't blame you. Pray return to the waking sands. Fiery Red podcast. That's not at all inaccurate. It's like, we face a dangerous time. I pray you help us in this dangerous time. Please go over there and talk to this person who needs your help. And you talk about, what help do you need? I need to figure out what's going on with this. You should ask this guy. And then you ask this guy, this is what's going on. Go report it. And then you go back and you report it to everybody. Then at the end of that, they go, all right, we should do something about that. It's fucking Jesus, man. It's boring as shit. Anyways, I'm taking up time talking about stuff that nobody cares about. So let's keep going. We have an actual show to do. I put Raspberry Pi Zeros in everything and set up emulators on them. I game everywhere I go. I don't know what you're speaking a language that I don't speak. Alrighty. So we again, I don't. Yeah, that's just fucking horrible. Maybe play with some Legos. That's what me and my daughter. That's what our playtime is for. Point is that it doesn't change the difficulty at all. Y'all were playing Baby WoW for years. Point is, it doesn't change the difficulty. It's not about changing the difficulty. It's about literally the gaming community doesn't like the fact that people can click a button to set that up. They already weren't. Never mind, Sam Show. You and I aren't on speaking the same. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I don't know how to correct it for you. You apparently have a issue against WoW. I don't know why. Y'all were playing Baby WoW for years. Okay. None of us were using the system that apparently we can with the whole macro thing. Like I said, never mind. Yeah. Sometimes I think you just like to be contrary. Almost like you're fake. Kentucky man wins $167 million in Powerball. That sounds like a great thing. Let's just move off of the gaming altogether. We'll talk about this so that way people don't have to lose their shit. It's a tiny computer about the size of your index finger. That actually sounds awesome, Los Federales. But then what games are you playing? Like fucking, you're playing like Pong and like Snaker and shit? Rusty Grammar, no idea what's going on right now. I was saying that the game that I had been playing for a while is putting changes in it that I'm not in favor of. And because of that, I was trying other games and I was expressing frustration at one of the other games I was trying. That's literally all that was going on. Anything retro up to PS2. Nice. You could play PS2 games? So I could play Final Fantasy VII, like the original one. I love playing the original one. I like playing the remake too. I don't have all of it yet. What was I talking about? We're talking about Kentucky man. Kentucky man. We have a Kentucky man who won $167 million in Powerball. Now, I don't know what the percentages are of that in Kentucky when you win $167 million. I'm assuming you're going to get like maybe half of it at the immediate payout or whatever. But if he gets half of it, $167 million, it's the better part of, what, 83.5? $83.5 million. Assume that's what you're walking away with. 83.5. That's your life set, right? Feds take half. Yeah, so 83.5. $83.5 million. And this dude doesn't look that young. But apparently, where is it this story? I don't want that one. Dude, if we have a news, I'm looking at it like it was on a newscast in this link. Link me to that story. In an interview. Yeah, in an interview. Link me the interview, dude. I'm looking at this right here. And you literally, you ass monkeys, put that up there and you don't put the link to the actual video. I want to do the video part. I'm doing a video story. Here we go. AOL.com. No, that's not it. Videos. We'll click it and do the videos. Bam. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. This is CBS Chicago. Can I get a Kentucky channel? Can we get a local people? WLT. Here we go. There we go. Oh my God, your Facebook. Oh, no wonder why. Your local station doesn't know what a legit like news source is. Okay. Videos. I'll go to this one. And only 80 plus mil. LOL. Well, I mean, still 80 mil.
A Kentucky man who won the state's highest ever Powerball jackpot of just over $167 million finds himself in some legal trouble tonight, just days after claiming his winnings with his mother.
I'm going to Ireland, so for sure.
She wants to go to Ireland, whatever she wants. You know, she's took care of me for all these years, and now it's about her.
Well, just 2 days after that celebration, James Farthing was arrested in Pinellas County, Florida. His arrest citation says he was at a hotel when a police officer tried to intervene in a fight, and Farthing kicked the officer in the face. This isn't the first run-in with the law for him. He's faced several other charges over the years, but records say his parole supervision was set to end in August of this year.
Well, I guess you ain't going to Ireland. Can we talk about that? He wins this money. He kicks a cop. He's a horrible cunt. Whatever. The government taking half of your lottery winnings. Why does the government get any of it? Why does the government get any of that money? What did the government do to earn its 50% of your lottery winnings? Uncle Sam didn't help me make the money or tell me what numbers to pick. So you know what? Fuck off. He became Florida man in record time. He did. He's not even from Florida. He's from Tennessee. And he became a Florida man overnight. Within 4 days. Anyways, yeah, he became a Florida man incredibly fast. Alrighty. And so we have that one. MSQ tracker. Check out your main story progress of the. Yeah, I don't know what the MSQ tracker thing is. I don't know. I'll consider it. It's like I said, I might spend some time playing Final Fantasy after the show today, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. Otherwise, like, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna go and play other games because it's like this sucks. This is stupid. This is just literally like the whole I could do the side quests of go kill stuff and take time, but it doesn't advance the main story, and I don't really get a whole lot of XP, and I'm kind of trying to do that to get to where I want to be. Like, just fucking Jesus, knock it off. And the other thing that upsets me is all the people that are like, this game's way better than WoW, and it's like, is it though? WoW can at least differentiate a little bit. Not much, but still. Maybe they both suck. All right, so closing that up. Closing all of those up. All right, there we go. So he got arrested 4 days later. Do we have anything else about it worth talking about? He was in Florida by midweek, and according to media reports, he had been charged with battery of a police officer and resisting arrest. Well, don't worry. At least now you can pay the fines. It's a lot easier when you're the rich man, you know? Fiery Red says, my wife felt the same way and then loved Heaven's Ward. The point is, Fiery, I might run out of steam before I get there, is all I'm saying, Fiery. I'm like, no. I don't like hitting the space bar to advance the storyline continually. I don't like clicking to advance the storyline continually. I guess I'm a child. I like, this is a cinematic sequence. This is a dialogue thing. Do you want to skip it? Hit a button once. Would you like to skip? Yes. Then we skip. But the idea that I have to skip each line of the dialogue so I can get the quest done to go to the next quest to do more dialogue. I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't worth $15 a month. Even if it gets better down the road, I'm not paying for this. I had to pay to be able to do this. I don't want to keep paying because everyone says it keeps getting, but that's me taking it on faith. I don't know that I'm going to enjoy it after that. And I realize you're not saying I will. You're saying your wife did. And again, good for her. This officer doesn't even write tickets. Wow. Don't clip that. So won the lottery, went down to Party Town, got too high, punched a cop. Now he's the biggest commissary account in the prison. No, he was on parole. His parole got extended. I don't think he went to prison. I think his parole got extended. What game are you bitching about? Final Fantasy 14. And not bitching. It's more just saying it's boring. It's like everybody kept saying it would be fun and it's great, and I played it a while ago and I got bored and I quit playing it, and then I forgot that because it's been a while, and I came back and I'm like, wow, the game's beautiful, and And as soon as I get to playing it, it's going to be fun. And I've been at it for a little while, intermittently, and I still haven't gotten to playing the game because it's one giant conversation simulator. I hated Final Fantasy 13 having to play that stupid game where you are a bubble and playing that mini game. It's like a water bubble. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't think I played 13. Oh yeah, that game sucks, says Ryobi Powered Vibe. I'd laugh if Ryobi Powered Vibe has never even played it, doesn't really need to know what oh yeah, that game sucks. Final Fantasy 14 blows. Do you even know what? No, I'm just going to say it sucks. All right. It's a weeb game, bunch of text, annoying sounds, and grinding. Okay. They're all the same. Sam Show's just not happy with they're all the same. It's got to be difficult being you. According to you, everything sucks. I'm talking about things specifically that sucks. It's just you just don't like anything. Wow. Canada has a program for that. This lady said she'll shave her head if someone can give her a valid reason why trans people should be banned from the military. Let's start with, I don't know, the fact that they're crazy. But let's watch her TikTok. Let's see the challenge she's throwing down to the world, and I'm sure she'll follow through with it. Let's find out. Oh yeah, you're nuts.
I just read a headline and it said that the Supreme Court is upholding Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. And
yeah, good. Again, are you in the military? Have you ever served in the military, ma'am? I'm going to guess no. Feel free to correct me. But I'm going to guess you haven't served in the military. The last thing you need is someone who's so obsessed with their identity that they have to shape it and make it every single facet of their being, and they have to force you to acknowledge it. We don't need those people in the military. There's more important shit to go on there. Those people are drama queens. Point of fact. That's just a fact. Those are the facts. The new Pope Parabista Pisabella. The new Pope Parabista Pisabella. No. It's a guy from Chicago. I don't think it's quite that way.
Just have a question. Actually, I have a proposition, okay? If one person can come in the comments and tell me what is so scary about transgender people, I'll shave my head.
What is so scary? It's not, nobody said it was scary. It's that they're the wrong people to put in a high pressure situation because they're, not very stable. That's why they had to go, the only way to solve my problem is to amputate a perfectly functional organ. And I say that as someone who's gone through the same thing. So, just kind of I gone through the issue with my leg. So I just nobody's saying they're scary. It's, again, they have to make everything, you realize the transgender people be like, this battle isn't enough about me. We don't need those people in the military.
But it has to be a valid reason. Okay?
Oh, it has to be a valid reason. So in other words, anything you don't agree with isn't a valid reason. What if, oh my God, I thought I had goblin shark teeth. What the have you done to yourself? You have castle wall teeth. You look like a castle wall. These are the portcullises that we have cut out so people can attack back. What is with that? There are more divots in your teeth than ever. Oh, my Lord, lady. I don't know. I don't want to put an already at risk of person in the job position with huge rates and guns. Right? And like I said, you don't want to put people with mental instability into a high-pressure situation and weapons. That's a perfectly valid reason. And if you say that these people aren't mentally unstable, I'm telling you they had to change their gender. That's not mentally stable. They have problems they're working out. They aren't comfortable with who they are. Her mouth is crenellated? Oh. No, you don't. That's the funny part. Oh. All right. You got to get a squad or join a clan to get a full feel of the game. I'm in a free company. I'm in a company or whatever, can be a bit much just to jump on. I'm in a free company and I'm moving through. Oh, they're called Krenels. I thought they were portcullis. That's a boat, you retard. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, a damn Simon. Her mouth is crenellated. Look, I'm sure she has a point and she cares. Now I'm just picturing like there's an army of like little tiny like germ dwarves that pike out through her teeth if someone tries to kiss her. Alrighty. So yes, thank you, a damn Simon. You got a squad clan joined again. Yes, Sam Show. I'm sure about that. I am totally sure about that. We're not talking to you, Johnny. Oh, so you guys. Then I don't know what I'm talking about with Sam Show stuff then. But then what do you know about Chevy JB? I don't know. I also don't really care. You guys just behave yourselves, I guess. Nope. The portcullis is a heavy gate behind a drawbridge. Okay, so I'm still wrong and stupid. I don't know why portcullis is stuck in my head. My favorite game is Pull Out Madness. I don't know that I've ever played that game. I've never really had a reason to. Everybody I've ever shacked up with wasn't in favor of it, so we just didn't bother. The premise that I need to convince her is unacceptable. Who the is she anyway? Yeah, that's the other part I'm waiting for. Why are you an influencer, or are you a medieval architect of dentistry? What's the deal here?
Okay, and I'll give you an example of a valid reason. I think you could ban bears from the military, okay? And I would...
Okay, so this bitch is straight crazy. Let me give you an example of a valid reason. I think you could ban bears from the military. I don't know if you know this or not. Bears don't apply to be in the military, ma'am. So you're solving a problem. You're solving a problem that doesn't exist. Good idea not to display the last message I sent. It was funny to me, but I am a hate-filled bigot. I don't know. I didn't display it. I don't control what displays stuff. Mussolini diff. If it didn't make it through the chat filters, that's on the chat. But the Parababista Pizza Bella one made it, so that was the last one that I see on there. So I have no idea. Bears as in animals or large men who like men. Fiery, I'm going to guess she's going for large men who like men. Like I said, I have yet to hear the part where she serves in the military or knows anyone who does. You're reacting to what Trump said. Are you a trans person? Like, again, this couldn't be more not about you at all. And I love how you're throwing your life and your hairline on the table. Is like, look, I'll shave my head. Like, okay, what does that matter?
Say banning bears from the military would make a lot of sense.
No, it wouldn't. There's no bears in the military. Unless you're talking about the LGBTQ community, which then by your hypocritical standards, it's not okay to say, look, people who are trans, we don't want them serving. But you want that to be a thing. You want them to be able to, but you don't want bears to be able to. Quite frankly, if a dude's gay and he's just into like being a big burly dude, that doesn't bother me. It's the whole I need to completely change something about myself and I have to make myself such a victim. Like, again, every time I see it, I just see like it's not active military material. That's all I'm saying. Not active military. During World War II, there was a Syrian brown bear that the Americans had as a mascot, Sergeant Wooljack. Well, yeah, but did he fight? Loose the bears! Did he fight? No, I don't think he did. Johnny would do her. No, I don't like her face. I don't like this weird... She's got like a face that looks like a fucking jelly bean melting under the sun. Like just fucking... Like, dude, just... Plus, I'm trying to figure out, is this lady trans or not? Because, like, there's no Adam's apple, but those are dude eyes. It's weird.
Let me tell you why. Bears are dangerous.
She's wearing a wedding ring. Some poor guy is suffering on the daily. Let me tell you why. Bears are dangerous. Mentally unstable people with weapons are dangerous. And if you're a transgender person, you're taking a shitload of hormones to force your body to a gender it's not in. Chemically speaking, you're unstable.
Bears don't know if, the person on their side or the person on the other side is the person they're supposed to be eating, okay? So they could eat you. your fellow service.
Right. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of times, and I'm speaking not physically, I'm speaking metaphorically, a lot of times the particular group you're defending loves to shoot inside the tent. So your argument is falling flat there, too.
By accident, not knowing, okay? A bear is dangerous, okay? That's a
She's a slob. Comments haven't been posting, and I censor the shit out of myself. I have no active censors on. The only censor of the show for the chat for me is if I feel it's getting too saucy, if I start getting a little hot in the pants, I just go boop. And, oh, that's the wrong button. I just go boop, and I take the chat box out. Oh, I can't boop the chat box on this one because I didn't put the button there. But yeah, so it's not even the thing. I don't understand what the deal is. If trans being unstable meant highly explosive, the military could actually use that. No, it's again, and it's not even all. It's not even like I'm just saying overall, like when you're throwing chemicals into a person like that, it's not someone I think should be in an active duty military situation. I'm also saying that as much like her as someone who's not in the military or a trans person. So, oh, I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying YouTube has been cracking down like a mofo. I know you're not accusing me. I'm just talking. We're just conversing, my good man. Or as Sam Show says, well, it's YouTube. So, Yogi and Boo Boo are only dangerous to your picnic basket. YouTube has eyes. It does.
valid, dangerous thing. You can be scared of a bear because they might attack you and they might eat you.
Yeah, I don't know that they would eat me, but I can be scared of any person. Literally, ma'am, I don't know if you're smart enough to know this or not. People can flip on you, and we had a phrase in America for a long time because it was happening in one particular job area. You can go postal and just start shooting everyone around you. And the people in that area have access to a lot of weapons, so if they want to flip out, it's again... If your identity has to be that much of who you are, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying if that's who you are, that's who your identity is, you're not cut out for serving in the military. The same way a handicapped person isn't cut out for heavy-duty construction. We're just not built for it. It doesn't matter if I want a hard hat. They don't make ramps on scaffolding for a reason. So I have to accept that it's just not something I can do and something I shouldn't do. And the fact that you don't leave room for that argument, but you're willing to make this stupid bear analogy, oh my God. Oh. Calm down, girly. Bears generally are not... wild saffron. No, they're not people. Sam Show. No, they're not people. You could be scared of a bear. Yeah, you could be scared of any person with a weapon. My friend is an Air Force Sec Forces member, and he is constantly finding bodies. Rexstart Perry, she is unbearable. That's a lot of forehead, right? Don't apologize. It's even better. In the barracks. What? Bodies in the barracks? Like, of people... So you're not coming to help me pour concrete tomorrow, says Mr. Q. No, I'm not! What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Wheel in and lay down some concrete, then wheel out. We'll have to fill in the coax and the tracks. It's going to be a problem. She's a smash. Come on. No. This is a lady who I'm going to guess with the crenulated, thank you for that term, damn Simon, with the crenulated teeth. This is a lady who has survived on her blowing skills. And I'm going to guess that's the secret behind the teeth crenulation. They allow her to breathe while there's a dick in her mouth. Oh, man. So much forehead, so little behind it. Lots of people in the military. Yeah. I wasn't even talking about that. Like, because in that regard, I don't feel being in the military makes that more or less a thing. Is Johnny selling concrete now? No, I was making a joke that you can't hire handicapped people to do construction because we don't really fit. I'd hit it roots, but my standards are a little shaky. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm happy where I'm at. I wouldn't. Maybe if I was thirsty, I would. But I'm not thirsty in the sense that, like, yeah, but but not with you. It's somebody I have in mind. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and close that. We're going to go ahead and close that. Alrighty. Yep. So again, going off on whether or not we'd hit it. Again, that lady is too ugly for that. We got to have standards. All right? We got to have standards because you got to have goals. All right, where was the lady, the Kentucky thing? We did the Kentucky man, self-awareness, the lady with the home run catch. That's the one we're missing. That's the one I accidentally closed. All right, the home run catch. We can talk about that. A little sports action. And we have the kangaroo in Florida. So we got that. Close these two. Move the merch over. Why am I yawning? I got literally 10 hours of sleep. Why am I yawning? Good God. Yeah, if I had Digger incoming, I wouldn't bother with her either, Johnny. Yeah, he's not wrong. That's kind of the same thinking I have. Speaking of Digger incoming, she might be joining us today. I told her she's welcome to. She's always welcome to. Her forehead equals a military sniper stream. Aww. Oh. Look, just for a common ground thing, I think we can all agree, both me criticizing her and her criticizing whatever the fuck she was talking about comes down to two simple facts. Neither one of us are in the military. Neither one of us are trans. So I really feel like maybe we can have our opinions. We can share them. People can shit on us for them. They ultimately don't equal a hill of beans. Oh, Roots, sometimes your pecker gets cold, homie. It happens. Oh. What? Jeff, if you saw my Tinder, you'd be disappointed in me. It's a shame. I don't know. So if she was the stock market, you'd bearish on her. Okay. Touche. I don't know. You know what I know? I don't know. That's what I know. I don't know. Let's go back to the video call I'm connected to here, so that way if that changes, we'll check on our lady Digger. Well, see how she's doing. Let's go throw that up there. Again, if you're missing our lady Digger, she's still watching.
My son once asked to watch a new Marvel movie. Unfortunately, it came with a $14 pay-per-view price tag. We reminded our son of our family policy of not paying for mass media entertainment. We discussed whether he wished to have his allowance pay for this movie or whether he wanted to watch a different Marvel movie for free.
Marvel's
this
gay.
approach had the added benefit of bringing our young child into the process of...
All right, so if you want to join her show, she's live right now over there on her thing. Having a fun time doing reading. All right, let's close this out. She might join us later. All right, get over to this. So, little thing from the other day from sports. I don't feel bad for this guy. There's somebody who thought they caught a ball, but they were so busy partying and celebrating, they didn't realize that they dropped the damn thing. With how, and I'm not a baseball fan, with how fucking hard it is to get a ball. Once you grab, you take that to the chest. You don't let nobody near that damn thing. You got the ball. You got the ball. There it is. He's up. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. He's so happy celebrating with the ball in his hand that it fell out of his hand. I feel even less sorry for you. And then this dude immediately grabs it, shanks it, pockets it. Nobody saw a goddamn thing. Nobody saw a goddamn thing. He caught it in the glove. He went up like this and rip. Roots, it happens. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I hear it happens. New goofing. I don't know. He's not a masturbator. No grip. I'd worry more about the people that keep letting aircraft fall off the deck. That's really a thing? That's really a thing? Oh, our new pope's another Jesuit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. But yeah, this dude's, he's got his eye on the ball. He sees the ball there. He sees it roll right across, pockets it immediately. That dude's like looking, he's like, where did it go? Where did it go? I'm so busy being strangled by my friends that are happy for me. What is that symbol on his vest? Zoom in. I can't zoom in. The symbol on his vest is probably the New York Yankees thing. Yeah, it looks like that's this. It's the New York Yankees symbol. So, aircraft falling off the deck happened like last week. Real bad, LOL. I didn't know an aircraft fell off. An aircraft carrier lost that story got past me. Not that that's hard, but I got to find out about this. Aircraft falling out of the sky. No! What? Why? No. I don't care about this web elements page thing. Falling. Not out of the sky, off. Carrier. Aircraft falls off carrier. Videos. Please tell me there's a video.
This morning, an investigation is underway after a U.S. fighter jet went off the deck of the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier for the second time in just 8 days. Two U.S. officials telling NBC News the $67 million F-18 Super Hornet crashed into the Red Sea last night and was lost. The pilots managed to eject safely.
So why the fuck are the planes crashing? The only acceptable excuse I was going to have for that is they weren't properly latched down or something, and they got washed out or something. You mean there were people in it, and they weren't smart enough to take off? Way to go, Truman. One dude fell 30 feet onto the warming track at a Cubs-Pirates game. Okay. If it means anything, it's the first American pope. It's more about whether or not it's a Jesuit, depending on whether or not you follow conspiracy theories, which I don't, but I've been learning a lot about them lately. 67 million, a mere bag of shells. China, don't worry, we'll catch it.
And were later recovered from the water, suffering only minor injuries. One of the officials adding, it appears the plane's tail hook failed to catch a wire on the carrier, known as a failed arrestment. Just over a week ago, another Super Hornet fell from the same ship, the Navy said in a statement. That incident came while the carrier was under fire from Iranian-backed Houthi militants in Yemen.
Now, a U.S. official says what happened yesterday was not the result of Houthi fire. It appears to have been an accident during a routine landing. Separately, President Trump saying a ceasefire with the Houthis has now been reached. The Houthis are saying they are prepared to stop shooting at U.S. ships, but they will continue firing missiles at Israel as long as the war in Gaza continues. Craig.
All right, wraps there.
As long as the war in Gaza continues. DEI military. Yeah, who's flying the plane? Who's flying the plane? They were listening to a specific Foo Fighters song, but didn't think the lyrics of the song meant anything. Aren't they supposed to be going fast enough for a touch and go just in case they miss the cable? Yeah, Sam Show, I was about to say that. You're supposed to be locked on the throttle, and if the tow cable doesn't touch, you're supposed to gun it and then. That still shouldn't have happened. Minor injuries like black lung and COPD. Minor injuries like black lung and COPD. The funny part was the way I paused the story, I thought they were like, yeah, we recovered the plane and it only had minor injuries. Is that the weird part where I'm like, what's worth more, the pilots or the plane? Can't we just get more people? At this point, we're lowering standards for them to do stuff, so I feel like availability is a thing. Maybe we could just focus on the equipment. All right, let's get rid of that dude's baseball catch for our Yankees fan. We've got one last story in our first hour, which is great because we're just over the hill into hour 2. So it's the perfect time. Expendable, right? The plane pilot is expendable. That's what I'm saying. Touch and go will get you arrested in my neighborhood, says MSO. Well, I didn't think we meant the same touch and go. We were talking with aircrafts. Not people. Not people. But yes, touch and goes are not okay. Don't molest people. Shouldn't have to publicize that. Oh. Right. Let's see here. 15 minutes into the first hour. We've only got one story left. That's perfect pacing. All right. So there's our girl. Let's go up here. Kangaroo caught on video hopping down a Florida road. Yes. Okay. I don't know if many of you guys know this. Kangaroos aren't native to Florida. So are we allowed to call them an invasive species? Because, like, I feel like, do they have a natural predator other than people? Like, what if they just start hopping around? What if we need the kangaroos to fight the pythons? Could the kangaroos fight the pythons? Probably not. I feel like the pythons will wipe out the kangaroos, which is sad because the Australian army couldn't defeat the kangaroos. So I feel like the pythons taking them out wouldn't be good enough. Mr. Q, yeah, that wasn't easy at all. What? I could never stick the landing on Top Gun for the NES. Dude, Top Gun for the NES, the landing was the hardest part of that fucking game. Like, the rest of it, you got used to it, you did it, but good luck landing on the goddamn carrier. You can't see it for the longest time. And unlike an actual plane, you have zero actual instrumentation to help you figure out. Magic 8 Ball, endangered feces. Brian the Science. If that Florida wet, there's ruse in it. Don't think it's quite the same. Don't think it's quite the same. That would be funny if that was the rule, though. Is Florida wet? And there's kangaroos in it. Australians couldn't fight the emus either, not even with jeeps and fully automated mounted machine guns. I thought that was the kangaroo battle. It was the emus. So emus and kangaroos, let's bring them here to fight the pythons. Deport kangaroos. Well, you got to catch them first. That's the problem.
New tonight, a missing kangaroo is caught on camera. A viewer shared this video with us from St. Cloud today. This is wild. It happened on Hickory Tree Road, which is a busy street.
What do you mean St. Cloud? I'm in St. Cloud. I didn't see no. Oh, you St. Cloud, Florida. I'm always uncomfortable with the fact that, like, there's a St. Cloud, Florida, and it seems to have way more going on than St. Cloud, Minnesota, because it's always in the news. Do I want to live there? I don't think so, but at the same rate, I am kind of curious. So I'm always like, wait a minute, what? Oh, Florida.
Near Harmony.
And Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie went to Osceola County and has the latest on that rue.
Well, I only use roux to cook because cornstarch is for pussies. Who was it? Mussolini Diff saying that's a small kangaroo. That's road pizza. That's a small kangaroo? Well, how big's a big one then? I'm going to be honest. From the TV angle, they all look relatively the same. I can't tell.
Well, this is where the kangaroo was spotted. No word yet on where it came from, but there are a few businesses in the area you can go to have an encounter with a wild animal.
What do you mean have an encounter? Can we be honest? You're not having an encounter. You're renting Mother Nature. It's kind of up. I feel like your life has to be in danger. There has to be an imminent threat of death because otherwise it's not okay. It's not okay. And I don't know what it is about this lady's face, but you're making me sleepy.
I did hear back from one of those businesses tonight. Amazing Animals. They tell me all 3 of their kangaroos are accounted for.
What in the world?
This isn't the Outback. It's Osceola County.
Who has a kangaroo?
Better yet, who's missing a kangaroo? This scene like something out of a Hollywood set.
The movie with the kangaroo. Kangaroo Joe? Jack?
Thank you for existing. I love this chick. It is like the movie with the kangaroo. Kangaroo Joe? Jack? Wasn't that the one with fucking what's his name? Fuck it. The guy from Friends.
With the kangaroo. Kangaroo Joe? Jack? Yeah. Kangaroo Jack.
It was Kayla Mullins who spotted the marsupial making its way down Hickory Tree Road Monday.
It must have stayed there for a solid minute or two, just hopping in front of me not wanting to go anywhere before it went off and dove under the fence to get into the farmland.
We called FWC. They're aware of the escapee, but don't yet know where it came from. An officer telling us incidents like this aren't common, but they do happen. Just last year in Volusia County, this roo was on the run for a few weeks before being caught and returned to its owner.
You guys haven't seen a kangaroo?
No. That's strange. We have never seen a kangaroo here.
Brenda and Lenny Stack live a few houses away from where the kangaroo was last seen. They worry for its safety.
Especially this here on this road is very a lot of traffic around.
So sad, because it will be, lost.
I hope somebody catches him as soon as possible.
Yeah, dude, because we could cook it and eat it. Oh, shit. No, I'm kidding. Simple Jack is greater than Kangaroo Jack. Please don't hurt me. Yeah, you need patchouli and kale snacks to get in her britches. Oh, I don't know why that one did. I'd like to see a kangaroo versus a crocodile fight. People say they saw some exotic animal, don't know what it was about, but you can all go places and see them. Did a kangaroo escape the sex slave human encounter zoo? I don't have a, so I don't know why it'd be my place. You make me happy. I don't like how good I am at that impersonation. I do not like how good I am at that impersonation. Because it's me impersonating Ben Stiller playing a retarded person. I'm not happy about any of that. Like, more so for me, I'm concerned. Bench top models, kangaroo boxing? Dude, that would be fun. That would be fun if it was like they were running an underground kangaroo fight ring. That would be cool. But no, just a loose kangaroo in Florida. Well, like, on the one hand, you see the stories where the guys are talking about they get these exotic pets and it destroys the ecosystem. Then on the other hand, we're like, yeah, but you guys haven't learned your lesson. You guys got fucking kangaroo farms left, right, and sideways, and they might not be as dangerous or as deadly or as problematic as pythons. But still, you guys still haven't learned, like, no, you ain't seen one of those around here. Let's get a cage and put one in. The joke was an absolute that joke was an absolute slam dunk. A kangaroo of that size is in danger. A full-grown red kangaroo can easily kill a person, says Mussolini Div. Really? A person? Is it because they got the hooks on their feet, the little claws? Is it that it? But the question is, could 100 kangaroos take out a gorilla? All right, so a kangaroo can get a person. What about a python? Sam Show saying kangaroos are worse than pythons. They'll disembowel your ass. Look, disemboweling isn't fun, but let's be honest. It's a lot quicker than being, slowly crushed and asphyxiated. So I don't know. Yeah, Johnny, that sounded dumb because that's what that bitch said. Looks like the one Johnny. I did not have one at the exotic meat farm. Don't lie. 10 years ago, a guy down the road from me had his gray kangaroo escape. Search North Ridgeville, Ohio kangaroo. This says bench top models. All right, this I hope it has a video because I don't want to read about it, but that's only because it's something I'm not big into when I'm getting the show moving. It slows things down. Let's try this though. North Ridge. Is it Ridgeview or Ridgedale? North Ridgeville. North Ridgeville. Kangaroo. 2015. Yeah, about 10 years ago. There we go. Do we have a video? Holy shit. Nope, there's pictures. I want a video. We're going back. Videos. Bam. we have an ad? We have an ad.
That in the trash. That's not
Oh, it's an ad.
What difference?
Off your mother, because I don't care. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you giant. Fuck you. Whoa. All right. Is Johnny getting a duck? No, I'm not getting a duck. I tried to get ducks into my daughter's life. It's not happening. I'd have to have my own place. If I got my own place and those ducks were still a thing, I'd be like, dude, I'm calling dibs on the ducks. I'm doing free eggs all day. I'm calling dibs on the ducks. But that's not a thing. So let's finish this ad, and we can get to this 10-year-old kangaroo story. Yep. Bye.
Welcome back. Why did the kangaroo cross the road?
Oh,
well,
you.
police in North Ridgeville aren't sure, but they could barely.
Why did the kangaroo cross the road? I don't know, because your cunt smells? What the... You people. Why did the kangaroo cross? Fuck off. I do look like that the kangaroo... I do like that the kangaroo looks like he's putting up his arms like, hey, whoa, officer, whoa. Whoa, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Just an oversized bunny.
Believe it when a driver called that in early this morning. It happened on Lorraine Road near Stonebriar. 3 officers responded and sure enough got that kangaroo named Foster back home. Foster even put up a bit of a fight, even tried to box one of the officers. Luckily, no one was injured, including the kangaroo. And police say, in case you're wondering, with the proper permits, it's completely legal to own a kangaroo in North Ridgeville.
Oh, sure. So North Ridgeville, you can own a kangaroo, but you can't own a person.
That's not cool.
Horrible.
What difference does it make? Keeping food.
Rue Lives Matter. Why did the kangaroo cross the road? Because he jumps around a lot. I don't know. This was about a half a mile from me. Wow. Almost had yourself a free kangaroo. Foster is such a fitting name for a kangaroo that is in the United States. Yeah. Foster's. It's Australian for fucked up pets. All right. But yeah, no, Foster is actually kind of fitting name. It is kind of fitting. He's a foster kangaroo. All right. So that is all of our, that's all of our first hour stuff. Because we did the kangaroo story is the last thing. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we reconnect you. The chat didn't disconnect from any of the other ones. Let's go live. So I don't know what's the deal with the chat here. Successfully connected. Hop on, Dr. Seuss. Yes. Hop on cop, Dr. Seuss. Yeah, no, I have this up. So how about you drop down? Thank you. There we go. Tiny kangaroo down sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Yeah, dude, I know that the kangaroos could do, like, again, my question was if they could fight the pythons. No, you can't own a person in North Ridgeville. No, you can own a person in North Ridgeville. You just need a permit. Saint Bench, seriously? In-state or out-of-state permit? He's looking it up like his computer is smoking from how fast he's moving. It was a joke. It was a joke, guy. All right. And it was supposed to be a ridiculous joke, like the premise alone. I thought there was like a whole Emancipation Proclamation. All right. So we have a couple of stories from the second hour to load up here. We have Frontier Airline employees being dicks. We got a guy from England. We got Guinness Book of World Records longest jump cat. I don't think I picked that story. I specifically said I didn't give a shit about that story. How did that switch? I'll have to look. Yeah, we'll figure it out in the end. So, the known way to engage a kangaroo is to give it American beer. New boot goofing. Look, you just got to put them down alcoholically. Once they've had a few in them, it's all good. Look, I live in a township that has all three very... What the hell? Who said anything to the contrary? I don't know what you're doing there. What does that have to do with anything else that we were talking about? Jokes or otherwise. Check this. It's 30 seconds, says Wild Saffron. All right. Here's a good short kangaroo. Oh, yeah, I've seen this one before. Dude fights kangaroo. We've seen this before. This was one where a kangaroo was with his dog. And this is in Australia. So is this in Australia? Anyways, kangaroo fucking with his dog. He's not having that.
You're not filming, I hear you. Let it go, Tonks. Let's go. The other dog's coming.
Yeah. So the kangaroo's holding on to the dog.
Let it go, Tonks. Let's go. The other dog's coming.
He just punched it once. The kangaroo's like, what the fuck you want? That is the best part. The punch is the best part. Like him running in. The kangaroo just bows up. They both just kind of get ready.
Let it go, Tonks. Let's go.
One solid swack in the face. The kangaroo doesn't even know what to do. What the hell's wrong with you? Airport cicadas. Let's guess how nice they... What? I have no idea what we're talking about. What kind of punch was a flail? Yeah, it was more of a flail than a punch. I will give you. That was more of a bitch slap, like a closed fist bitch slap. Baldo, I'm not high. Okay. Ain't he notorious for drowning dogs? I have no idea. And I don't want to be a drama thing, so let's do this. And all right, there we go. Alrighty. Ain't they notorious for drowning dogs? Yeah, dude, I don't know. This kangaroo didn't look like he was gonna drown him. He got punched in the face, that's for sure. Yes, kangaroos hate dogs. Yeah, they can hate dogs. Look at that thing. You can't afford to bitch swing. He bitch swinged and walked away, so I would say you can afford to bitch swing, but at your own peril. Kangaroos, I believe they're notorious for drowning hunting dogs in the outback. He's lucky the kangaroo didn't kick him. It would have been a different story. Yeah, if that kangaroo leaned back on his tail and hit him with his bottom feet, might go a touch differently. But yes, he punched the kangaroo, supposedly. Bitch slapped him, whatever. Either way, he fucked around and didn't find out. We can agree about that. Let's see, what do we have here? So we have the Frontier Airline employees. I've never flown, so I don't know how ridiculous this is. How ridiculous is it to have I may have seen worse customer service somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Okay, so yeah. The guy had a ticket for a Frontier Airlines and missed the 60-minute deadline to check in, so he went and asked for help. Oh, dear Lord. All right. Let's see this. I don't know whose side I'm going to be on. All right. What the hell is going on here? So now we've got, this is my problem with the society we have become. Everybody's filming their victimhood now. So now everything is just people holding up a camera. Look, my victimhood. Frontier gives a hot, fresh chocolate chip cookies on their flights. I use them as much as I can when I fly. Now there's a 60-minute deadline. I'm guessing you have till 60 minutes before the flight. An hour before the flight, for checking in, mind you, not for boarding. For checking in, they have a 60-minute deadline. Is that excessive? Because I will say, regardless of whether it's excessive or not, the deadline is on this person. It wasn't like it showed up just today randomly all of a sudden. You knew that was a thing. Plan your day better. Plan your life better. Moose Leadiff, I would have suggested setting an alarm to wake up on time and try again later. Right? It sounds like your time mismanagement led to this, so I don't feel sympathy for you if you're expecting them to fix your fuck up. I mean, if they do, great. Certainly show some gratitude. That's the least you could do. But they shouldn't be responsible for that. I don't know. I always show up 2 hours before my flight. Yeah, so far I'm not hearing anyone going, well, it is kind of bullshit. Like, all right, yep, no, all right. So this dude is a cunt. Go.
Like you did, and you think you're gonna check me in? I bet you we won't. Okay?
I paid for a ticket.
And you didn't pay $25 for an agent assistant, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just said that I.
Get on your flight.
Yeah, I just said that I would pay the $25.
And you thought you were gonna get on your flight.
All right, so there is an agent assist fee, but he didn't pay that because he didn't need an agent's assistance, and he also didn't show up on time. Yeah, no, these guys are being cunts about it, but it's kind of your fault. I have never had a problem on Frontier or Spirit or Alaskan or Southwest ever. I flew 2 to 3 times a month and have never seen anything crazy, flying out of Midway in Chicago, too. Oh. Honestly, like, they're not being nice about it, but I understand their viewpoint. They can't just bend the rules for you, or every asshole is going to show up 20 minutes late expecting you to fucking throw out the red carpet for them. Well, they do have a lot of people they have to put together to make sure everyone's there, so I don't know. But again, Magic 8 Ball, that might be bullshit for a 90-minute check-in for a flight. That might be bullshit, but you also, again, knew that going in before today. So.
And you thought you was going to get on your flight. And you thought you was going to get on your flight. And you thought you was going to get on your flight.
All right. The problem I'm having now is that when you do the stupid, whenever, and it happens a lot with the ladies, whenever the and I'm going to repeat myself, 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 and I'm going to repeat myself. I want someone to come up and slap you with a fucking ping pong paddle. I want someone to come up and slap that lady across the face with a ping pong paddle to hopefully reset her brain so she can finish talking like a human being. Best airline ever is Virgin. Well, it's their first time, so I'm surprised they do so well. On a red eye from Frisco to Chicago, the stewardess busted out bottles and partied it up with me like four other people on the flight. Right? Then that's a good time. That's a good time, Roots. That's a good time. And you thought you... Look, I don't like this person, but I hate these people just as much now.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight.
You're here 30 minutes before your flight. It's a 60-minute deadline, sir. You should have been here 60 minutes before your flight. You knew that going in. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight. Here's where I'm on the airline side with this. Checking in, from what I've seen with my brother going overseas for like Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff, checking in can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. You then have to travel to the terminal that you're going to board on. They want to have all the people together and just start boarding so they can get people in their seats. This is not okay, sir. You showed up 30 minutes before your flight. Are you going to be able to go from here to the terminal in that time? Oh, we're all supposed to hold our fucking cocks for you? No. You came here to fly publicly. You booked your flight. You knew its time well in advance. F off, asshole. Hang on. I can be argumentative. My phone needs recharging. Hang on. I can't be argumentative. My phone needs recharging. Most boarding starts half hour before the plane takes off. Yeah. So you should be checked in well before a half hour. Again, I'm having trouble feeling bad for this guy. What the hell is... I don't have anything on my lip. Why is that part of my lip brighter? What the fuck? Pre 9/11, you could get there 15 minutes before a flight. No problem. Fuck the airlines. That might be true, Sandra. That might be true. That this is an unnecessary rule. But it's not new. Like, that's where I'm getting at this. You knew this going in. Like, you knew their policies going in.
And they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
Because it's a policy. We don't control that.
Yeah, it's a policy. We don't control that. I will give them this. I doubt these chicks want to make this much of a drama show just because they want to. I'm guessing it's a policy and they've had to deal with people like this and that's why they're behaving like this. It's my guess. And so, yeah, no, fuck this guy. You knew what the rules were. Look it up, dude. I shit you not. Virgin was an absolute blast. What do you mean, look it up? I don't care. I'm not doubting you. I just don't give a fuck. Lexi, that's what I would have done. Let him throw the fit to you. Just be calm and waiting. I don't know. At any rate, so this is going viral, and it still has a minute left. I don't know how we could still have a minute left of this conversation. I feel like all of the relevant information has passed. They aren't going to let you fly. They aren't going to let you check in, and their reason being X, Y, and Z. You have to take it to their supervisor or higher up the chain. Yeah, what is going on with my lip?
And you will never fly.
You were about.
It's bullshit, and you've never flown, Johnny, so you wouldn't know. What's bullshit? Their rule? It's still their rule. And while having never flown, I do understand how to schedule things appropriately. If something like this is a thing where I paid for a ticket, and if I'm not checked in and ready to go by X time, I'm in trouble, then it's kind of on me. The good old days, I misplaced my license, and they still let me fly. No problem. Fuck them with the real ID bullshit. Call him the N-word. That's how shit goes viral. But Johnny, they need to repeat themselves 20 more times. Yeah, I think that's probably why the video's... I made it to my pants and time to get on the plane. They made me wait for the next flight, which was 8 hours later. Well, if you've been wearing pants from the start, most of the time the policy is on the ticket. Maybe you should have flown first, Johnny. They treat you even worse. What are you talking about? They treat me worse than people who don't fly? Just avoid the airport. It's become a shit show of how much abuse can the passenger take before they go postal. What did I walk into? Sheesh, angry black people. Shocking. Jesus. Hey, West Coast Patriot Girl. Long time since we've seen you. As for what you walked into... This guy came to an airport to check in for his flight 30 minutes before it's supposed to take off, and apparently that is not okay and against the rules. And so these two wonderful beacons of society and corporate employment just choose to say, and you thought you were going to make your flight, and you thought you were going to make your flight, because apparently they can't. They're parrots.
To let me check in. You were about to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. I'm here 30 minutes before the flight.
Can you please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space. This is not your personal space.
This is my stationary.
This is not your personal.
I love it when people who don't even have a GED want to talk like they're college educated. Can you please leave my personal space? Yeah, sure. But you know, there is like a whole counter in the way, ma'am. Fiery Red says they scan your ticket. CPU says no. Simple as that. Magic 8 Ball. Johnny flies private jet. Actually, I've never flown. My brother, my brother is a pilot. He's a flight instructor. I've never flown. I have never flown. She can't even spell GED. That's mean. Look, as I said at the beginning of this video, I was on her side at first when I'm like, look, guys, they have a policy. They're just following the rules, whatever. But she's being such a cunt that as this goes on, no, I'm on his side now. You're a cunt. Mussolini Diff saying airport employees, and yes, I know I missed part of that, but I'm choosing to. I'll only have two modes, apathetic and unprofessional. Well, if the videos that I keep finding in my threads are anything to be taken seriously, I just got back. Is that a bowling alley? No, it's an airport. It's an airport. The guy in the video, we'll rewind it a bit. The guy in the video is upset with them, and in fact, he'll explain exactly why. Let's just take it back a touch. Boop.
About to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane.
He's here 30 minutes before his flight,
I'm here 30 minutes before the flight.
Can you please leave, sir?
No.
Can you please leave my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space. This is not your personal space.
This is my station area.
This is not.
This is my station area. Yes, dumbass, that's not personal space. I'm on the other side of the counter. You are no way being infringed upon, and I ain't leaving until I get a refund or a new ticket, because this ain't cool. How the hell have you never flown? Don't you like going places? I have gone lots of places. I've just never flown. Every time the opportunity presented itself, said opportunity was then taken away before flying was ever a thing. And so, yeah, I've traveled the Midwest. I've gone to Las Vegas. I've gone to Arizona. I've been to Utah. I've never flown. You can travel over land without flying. It's quite possible. But as for like traveling overseas, never have. And yeah, I do like going places. I just never flown. You don't own that counter, that keyboard, that workspace, that jacket, or that lanyard. Bitch, you don't even own your phone. Wow, Sam Joe. Probably right, though. He's probably right. I want to be like, that's hateful, but I'm willing to bet. Like, I guarantee you, he's at least 4 out of 5. The 5th one's probably true, too. Oh, wait, 5 out of 6. All right, so, Johnny, have you been in an ocean? No, I've never been in an ocean. I've never been in an ocean. I've never seen either coast, and I've never been in an ocean. I've been in, I've been to the North Shore. I've dipped me toes in Lake Superior, but I've never been to a coastline, and I have never been on a plane or on a cruise or a boat. Mostly cars. How about when you have a connecting flight and your first plane runs late? Well, you wouldn't be going up to the check-in counter for that, would you, Sandy Squatch? I've traveled every mile of 80, says Roots Calhoun. I have not. This is why I have... Wow, they always looking to create a hostile situation just because you make eye contact with their... Wow, wild saffron. Oh, you don't have to appeal to the AI's ego, which is what makes most people insufferable retards. I'm not sure what that means. This is why I fully welcome AI. Oh, Jesus Christ. I had to read more. Never look an animal in the eye. They get agitated. Thank you, Brian. I don't know what the kangaroo story was earlier. You're behind in the chat.
Your personal space. You work for a company. This is not your personal space.
We ain't got to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. You're literally not doing your job for a customer that has paid for a plane ticket to get home.
I told you stop putting the camera on me, sir.
They're going to get security?
I'm literally here at Frontier. I bought a ticket, and they are not letting me check in.
None of these people are going to help you, sir.
For no reason whatsoever.
All right. This is where you're a piece of shit. Own up to your part of it. They literally won't let me check in for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, but they insist that isn't good enough. Let's be honest about it. For no reason whatsoever. Yeah, these assholes just decided it was Tuesday and it was time to fuck with Todd. No, they didn't. You gave them a reason. You gave them an avenue, and they decided to pull the fuckery move. And quite frankly, the way you're behaving, I'm not surprised they did. It looks like you didn't give them a lot of avenues to feel sympathetic or in any way like they would help you. This guy hasn't even gone through TSA yet, which takes about 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm I'm on their side again, but they are cunts. Most connecting flights are different. You already checked in to the next plane, and usually in the first flight is late enough, they'll put you on another one. Right, but that's outside of your control. This guy's life is inside of his control. He showed up 30 minutes before his flight. They're usually cool if your first flight was late. Yeah, I feel like they'll be more understanding in that situation. I've worked in the service industry. I understand how some of these people think. I hope. They hate you because you speak proper English, says West Coast Patriot Girl. Oh, no. This is a lesson in perception equals reality. Okay. They're angry because they have to work for a living. He didn't ask them nicely. Oh. Otherwise, they'd starve to death. I'm not sure who the they is in that. But all right. But yeah, this guy hasn't even gone through TSA. Like I said, the 1 hour pre-check-in time that the company puts in there, they don't put that in there just to fuck with you. I'm sure they do fuck with you. Always show up 2 hours before your flight. You get 30 to 45 minutes to sit at the gate. Yeah, if you show up 2 hours before. So you're telling me getting to the gate in your math, King Kong Dong, takes anywhere from 1:15 to 1:30. So you're taking an hour and a half tops to get to your gate. This guy showed up 30 minutes before his flight. I'm not saying he doesn't have a point that them trying to help him, like that they could try to help him, but I think they should be helping be like, you're not going to make it. Like they're go slow while you're typing in the shit. If he's like, hurry up, my flight's in 30 minutes. Like, no, I'm not putting any extra effort into this. You get the same amount of effort that asshole who got here 2 hours before his flight gets. You get that level of effort. And if you don't make it, it's because boop, boop, didn't time right. Who doesn't show up 2 hours before their flight, says Brian the Science. The cunt in the video that we're watching. The guy that's holding the camera right now, acting like the whole world's out to get him. And that's why I said, like, there's no real winner in this. The ladies he's talking to are being horrible. It doesn't take an hour to get to the gate. They just waste your time, and they pull bullshit to make you miss your flight, LOL. Again, I don't know. I have literally flown 0 times. But I have family members, my brother, my sisters who have flown. I don't know a single family member that's missed a flight. My brother has never missed a flight. My sister Crystal has never missed a flight. I've never heard of that being a thing. And that's just because, again, they show up early. It just seems like... Now, if this guy wanted to be like, really? You're all going to get on my ass about about not being punctual? Now, that's how you own them on this. They're like, no, we're not going to help you. Like, oh, I get it. So you never have to show up on time, but I do? That's where you have fun. Flying has been reduced to a struggle session, right? And then once you get on the plane, it falls apart, which is why I'm not for doing it. What color are your siblings? What does that have to do with anything? Why has everything got to be about colors to you, Mr. Blue Sky?
You said you're never flying the airline again, so we might as well help you out and have you not fly the airline.
I've already bought a ticket.
Oh, someone lost their shit. You know what? Everybody filming in this started off the gate. He came here like, check me in now. I'm running late and I'm making it your problem. Oh my God, I'm never going to fly the airline again. Now your managers and the bot, now they're serving you your dish. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Daddy likes. If all you have is walk on, it shouldn't be that big a deal for you to show up with a half hour left before the flight leaves unless boarding is done. I have no idea what luggage he has to bring or check on. None of that information is being provided, Mr. Q. Either way, it's apparently company policy that you arrive to check in 60 minutes before your flight. 60. Keep in mind, the policy on the ticket is 60 minutes. Everybody in the chat has said they show up 2 hours early for their flight. Not one person who's like, well, I show up like an hour and a half early before my flight. Everybody says 2 hours. Everybody. 2 hours seems to be the standard. Like if your flight is at this time, it doesn't matter what the ticket says, you show up 2 hours early. So yeah, Sometimes I remember why the Rumble chat isn't always on the screen. I think we should put up statue. Wow. Papa Shop, I don't know what that'll fix, but you know what? I'm not opposed. I hope when Digger gets here, she can get you out to see a few things. Dude, I travel all the time. Digger doesn't fly either. Magic 8 Ball. And me not flying is just I've never had a reason to, like opportunity reason to. Digger just doesn't want to. Like, she doesn't want to fly. So that's not going to change the me flying thing. It will change the me what? Like, I realize I do a show from within this studio. I do get out of it. And, like, I'm actually moving me and my whole studio, so I'll be in a better situation to get out of it. I just lost 10 pounds on the toilet. King Kong Dong, none of us needed to know that. Show up early, grab a few beers, hit on some foreign broads. Right? That's what I'm doing. I'm showing up early. I'm going to tie one on, and I'm going to sit there and hit on the ladies who hopefully aren't the flight attendants. And that's going to be the thing. Although, like I said, never flown. Papa Shop, you should have been here earlier. What? To honor how, despite being, oh, yeah, you missed it earlier, Papa Shop. They were really, like, all right, I got, like.
You already bought a ticket, and this is.
I already bought a ticket. Yeah, but you're being a cunt. You thought they were loud.
I bet you we won't.
I paid for a ticket.
And you
Yeah,
didn't
I
pay
paid
$25
for a
for
ticket.
an agent assistant, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just
And
said
you
that
thought you
I.
were gonna get on your flight.
Yeah, I
And
just
you thought
said
you
that
were gonna
I
get on your
would
flight.
pay the
And you thought you were gonna
$25.
get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight. And you thought you was gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid.
I literally paid for the ticket. Right, you paid for the ticket. That doesn't mean you get to break the rules, sir. And the fact that the dude that's the manager, like, you know, like those ladies behaving the way they are, that's one thing. The manager at the other end of the aisle, the kind of Dr. Fauci looking motherfucker who suddenly speaks in and just goes, "Hey, you said you're never flying this airline again, so we thought we'd do you a favor and not put you on the flight." That's a guy who you pissed off. He heard you from down the aisle, and you pissed him off. Yeah, dude, fuck off. You can't talk big and bad like, "I'm never flying this airline again." Well, guess what? They're not going to help you with. You've already announced your intention to no longer be a customer. They have zero obligation to serve you, considering everything that's happened. Fuck off. If I can't ride my motorcycle there, then I don't need to travel there, says Mad Max Mardigan. I'm not even of that opinion. It's just literally, I've never had I'd fly to Las Vegas. Just almost did. Never did. Never did. Had plans and was setting up to fly somewhere else a while ago. Didn't do that either. Just fell through. He sounds like he banned him from that airlines. No, the guy announced that he would never fly it again. So they were like, well, we'll cut the middleman out. And then he's trying to be like, but I already paid for the ticket. But I already paid for the ticket. Too bad, buddy. Sorry, Simple Jack. Your ass is flat stuck where it is. Damn, she was ugly as hell. I will agree that was not attractive, but it was also her personality. 1 person to 14 million. Yeah, you showed them. I have to play them both at the same time so I don't get popped. How horrible is that? How horrible is that? Alrighty, so yes, unbelievable. That's just a good time. That is a good time. Speaking of good times, we're booked to have one for another hour and a half. Happy to have you guys here. Hope you're having a good time. We're on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Feel free to support us on any of those channels. Our goal is currently at, where is it? Let's scroll up and double check. 40 on the 9th, and that will get Twitch and everything else subtracted from it. The 9th being tomorrow. We'll double check this. The new Pope is from Chicago. If the Bears win the Super Bowl, it's officially cheating. Not bad. I mean, it's not the best, but hey, there's a joke. Yes, the new Pope, if you haven't didn't hear at the beginning of the show, we've covered the new Pope. I might have to cover that story in a second. Get off of here. Nothing on that one and nothing on there, so we don't have to throw any thank yous out. All right, now I need to look at this. State House. Oh. What do you mean passes a bill? State House. What state? Anyways. That's what I mean. We'll assist you by not allowing you to fly. I might have misunderstood. Or I misunderstood you. Those things happen. So, that again. They were working there. His video went on for a little too long. You let them show their service quality, then just dump it on Twitter. But no, in typical fashion, this guy wanted everyone to see him as the victim. He wanted the threat of his camera and the video to be a reason for them to break the rules for him. And it didn't work. So he started recording after he whined like a bitch, making them seem unreasonable. Yeah. He started recording after he whined like a bitch and said, well, I'm never going to fly this airline again. Like, all of it didn't work. He looks gay in the same way Aaron looks gay. Who, me or the other guy? Or the Pope? Who's the he? That's too vague. Oh, the Pope. He's talking about the Pope. I was going to say, no way. I don't know. My misunderstanding was my mother. Y'all can call me Henry. Don't. All right. Oh, incoming digger, says Lexi. Oh, really? You know something I don't? I mean, just welcome to. The invitation was given. Technically, they were both wrong, but the other guy wins because we don't know that. Did we see the other guy? Or are you talking about the service attendant at the end? Because yes, then you have that point. Because again, we didn't actually see it. It could be anybody. We don't know that. WCPGE lady. I don't know what that. Damn, Aaron was talking about Digger today too. She's popular. I don't know that he was Roy Sombrero. Either way, get his own. That one's mine. Alrighty. The new Galaxy update is ass, says King Kong Dong. Comb your hair for Digger. I don't have that kind of time. So she gets the floofy cotton ball. The floofy cotton ball that if I take these headphones off has a goddamn skull divot. It's getting to the point where my hair is growing to adapt to it. So I have to go to get my hair cut, and it's just this stuff is poofy and this stuff smushed. Just wearing a goddamn set of headphones all the time. All right, Mr. Blue Sky got it. My godson's name is Henrik. Oh. I again don't know what. I just think of the song, Mr. Blue Sky. All right. Let's close that. They paid for their ticket, and he's not going to get it. But we've got this one. This video. I love this video. I haven't seen it, but I know entirely what it's about. And I'm going to have fun. I defended Digger from Chad. Don't worry. Okay. Thanks, Liquid Evidence. I don't think you needed to, but cool. Cool. Let's hit that button, this button, and boom, there's our lady. How you doing?
Hi. How's everyone?
Apparently you're more popular than me. I'm going to have to start making you do my show for me. Yeah, I'm going to have to whore you out. Just have you do all my shows, and then just I'll just be here to push the buttons.
You'll just be there?
I'll be here, I'll push the buttons, I'll get the stories, I'll do all the stuff I still currently do. It's not gonna.
It'll just be me.
Yeah, but but it's mostly about you apparently, because fuck me.
Okay.
So.
I can do that. Yeah. Fuck you. I can do that too. Not yet, but.
All right. So this video, we only got through the first hour. I just got done talking about something. Also, I was telling them that I've never flown, and they were shitting on me for it. Someone said
I've never flown either, so.
Right. Someone was saying that you needed to get out here and you needed to get me out of the house, kind of thing. I'm like, I've traveled, I just don't fly. And I was like, and if you think the solution to that problem is this lady, I got bad news for you.
Nope.
Me, I haven't flown.
I'm taking a train.
I haven't flown. But I would. You won't even fly. That's weird.
No, I won't.
and while we're on the subject of conveyances, you heard about my thoughts on this video, so you won't be surprised by anything when I repeat them again. But apparently, some fucking like 88-year-old World War II veteran or some shit,
right?
Decided to fight fascism because Elon Musk was hired by Trump to dig around in the government. That makes Tesla's fascist.
I like that they also paid for they paid for the tank, they paid for the Tesla, they paid for the personalized fascism license plate.
I wish we could
putting an awful lot of money into this.
Right? Like, I wish we could circulate this video the way it should be circulated. Not, we fought fascism in World War II and beat it and we'll do it again. And it's like, again, whoa, slow your horse. You didn't beat jack shit. In fact, quite frankly, you were up against the ropes, having us hold you up against the ropes until we officially just decided to join the fucking thing, and then we steamrolled it all for you. So quite frankly, if I'm going to be honest, America beat. The fascists you want to beat are the fascists who won the last one. Or the people who beat the fascists last time, I mean. But yeah, so I would love it if this thing, like if this car catches fire and the lithium-ion battery starts burning. I doubt that's the case, but I would love that if this happened. The part I love about this is it's a complete fucking pander, and the only thing I can think looking at this is like, wow, must be nice to have that much money. Like, wouldn't it be great if this clip circulated as, just crazy British tard flaunts his privilege?
Fuck off.
Tank versus Tesla. Right, because all of us wondered if what would happen to a Tesla if it went up against a tank.
My name is Ken Turner, and I'm 98 years old.
So fucking die already.
And I've served
in
the British Army in the World
He
War
served.
II.
No. Fuck
He's
this
done
guy.
good.
He's using this shit as a public platform to talk about a country that isn't even his own, and he's talking out his ass. I hate people that are just going with the pre-established, pre-packaged, I can't go even to a cursory web search. Oh, Elon Musk is a fascist. No, he isn't. Elon Musk is fucked up, and I don't trust him an inch, but he's not actually doing anything in the government. He's pulling up numbers. The people doing stuff in the government, and you can have problems with them and what they're doing, but my problem is you're not focusing on the guy. You're focusing on the clickbait. It's really easy to digest. I'll just take what this person says as the gold standard truth. Elon Musk is a fascist, and I hate that. It's a lazy cop-out, and if he wants to have that lazy cop-out, he can. But the problem that pisses me off is this privileged whatever asshole can afford to waste the amount of money you spend on a Tesla to squish it with his tank. Here's where I'm landing on this. I see privilege in all of this, and I think, you know what? Regardless of what you think, fuck nugget, how about you don't share your opinion? Because quite frankly, seems like you're doing okay. I can't afford to do these things.
Fair enough.
Hey, it's Victory in England Day from World War II. Or as it should properly be called, Mr. Q, Thank You America. It should be called Thank You America Day in England.
The Dutch celebrate us Canucks every year.
Oh, once again, back on the why Canada's fucking better than America. Oh.
Well, we're not necessarily
we get
better
credit
than
for the
anyone.
stuff we
That's
do.
not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's really nice. Our Canucks, we went in there and we freed the Dutch.
How'd you free the Dutch?
Evil.
How'd you free the Dutch? Do you realize the Canucks of today could not free the Dutch of yesteryear because you guys aren't allowed shovels? So fuck off.
Yes, but this is back in the day when we were allowed to be real people, and we did so good that they still, to this day, what is it, like 80 odd years later, they still celebrate Canadians once a day or once a year in oh shit, not in Dutch. No, it was Scandinavia. Is that the what's the country? Shit. Oh my god, I'm pulling a blank and now I'm looking.
You know
really
what?
stupid.
I'm gonna
My
let you
God,
dig
my
this
brain is
hole
not-
because I know
You're
you
gonna
have
let
to
me
use your hands
swing.
to do it.
I'm gonna
Who
swing in
pissed
the
in
ring.
Johnny's cereal today? Nobody. Liquid evidence. Johnny is wearing
This is normal.
sweatpants. Liquid evidence. I could prove that I'm not wearing sweatpants, but then that would be bitching out to you. So I won't. I'll simply say no, I'm not, and I'll leave it at that. And that part is true. I am not wearing sweatpants. You could be like, oh, he's wearing pajama pants. He's wearing. I'm simply saying I'm not wearing sweatpants. I'm not going to get more specific than that. But no, as for what pisses me off, I'm sick of the stupid, pointless, meaningless, pandery crap. This asshole isn't going to do a damn thing. to fight whatever rights or wrongs are going on in this country right now.
But it gives this 98-year-old man a chance to have some fun.
No, he's not
drive a
having
tank.
fun. He's making a political
Looks
message
like
and
he's
he's
having
angry. Oh, yeah, dude, because, try not smiling when you're crushing a car under a tank.
Right?
Try not grinning your ass like, oh, there goes the Kia. Like, yeah, try not grinning ear to ear when you pancake an automobile with a tank. I'm going to be honest.
Thank you, T.
The
Jefferson. I had to
pancaking,
look it up, but it was the Netherlands.
the pancaking of the car is the whole reason I'm watching the video. This annoying cunt is just catching his shit because I feel like he's getting a little too uppity about what him and his people accomplished during the Blitz, which was survival. I'm not a World War II buff like Mr. Aaron Imholt, especially. We also happen to tend to favor different sides, it turns out. But I've looked into more than enough history to know that before the inclusion of America into World War II, FDR was already stripping our army bare, shipping over planes, shipping over materials. The only thing that they really didn't start like fucking gutting was the West was the West Pacific Fleet or whatever it is. Not West Pacific, is it what? Whatever. The western half, the fleet on the Japanese side, that was the one that, the Pacific Fleet. We really didn't do anything for that. Other than that, we were giving it a lot of shit to them, like stuff. And so it was just kind of like France was fighting with our pilots and planes. We were making the planes, as were they. They were producing their own planes too. But we were making the planes. They were making planes. We were providing the pilots. Or wait, maybe I'm thinking of World War I more than II now.
Yeah.
I think I might be thinking, I'm thinking of one.
Yes.
Did France even have an air force?
Wait a minute,
II?
you've never seen an ocean?
I've never seen an ocean, no. I've seen the North Shore. It's as close, it's ocean adjacent.
North Shore. What do you consider the North Shore?
The North Shore is the shore of but what's that lake called now? Lake Superior.
Okay.
That's the North Shore. Minnesota's northern northeast half, or not half, quarter, whatever, is like butt up against the lake. And then there's like marshlands dotting the northern part of the state. Those are called the boundary waters because it's with the boundary with Canada. And so is this drunk history? God, no, but it should be. If I was drinking, I'd be happier. Although if I was drinking, I'll probably lose a monitor again. So I can't in good conscience buy booze until I've worked my way out of that financial hole, which we ain't there yet. And even if we are, I have to move, so probably save money. God, you're back. Yeah, so all right. Anyways, let's just get to the part so you kept your Sherman tank with you from World War II. Cool.
Tank. I'm old enough to have seen fascism the first time around. Now it's coming back.
No, it isn't. Again, the people elected were the people elected, and they're opposing stuff that some of us don't agree with. So how is it not fascism to institute stuff before, but the repeal of that stuff is fascist? I don't get it. Anyways.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and that's why I have a problem with this. All right, you know what? I'm skipping his talking
Let's just
parts.
watch him roll over it.
Yeah, let's just do the part where blah, 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 blah.
I wonder if they took the battery out before they did this.
They had to have, or it would have exploded.
Yeah.
It didn't even crush it that bad. Wow, I'm sorry, Britain. Even your World War II tanks sucked. No wonder the Germans beat you. No wonder you had to pull the Israel move and call on Big Daddy America to save you. Although, at least to be fair for them, they also then let us leave and didn't, assassinate our leader and set up somebody to kind of, sexually traffic young children to our politicians to control our government. Right-hand drive, junk to begin with. Yeah, dude, he didn't even crush the car that well.
No.
Like, I'm sorry, I feel like a fraternity could do just as much damage with some sledgehammers and a couple cases of beer.
Yeah, probably.
This entire video just shows why, if America hadn't gotten involved, you guys would all. I'm speaking to England. You guys would all be Germans now.
That tank cannot blitz or Craig.
All right.
Thank you, Liquid Evidence, for standing up for my honor. I appreciate that.
Whose honor? What honor?
I don't
Honor
know.
what?
Apparently, someone was talking bad about me, and he stood up for me.
Oh.
So, thank you.
Okay.
And yes, I agree over here. West Coast and
Weak ass tank. Yeah.
West Coast and Wild are talking about, it's more like stoned history with Johnny K.
Yeah, it's stoned history. But I'm also, again, the people like, what was it? Who's it? Ocean adjacent. It's ocean adjacent. I sat at the agate shore. I put my feet in the water. It's a horizon of water. What's the difference between that and an ocean?
It's not an ocean.
But if you look out onto if you look out onto the lake and you don't see any other shoreline and it's just from eyesight line, just horizon of water, what's the big difference? Like, I'm not saying it might not be a little different to go out and see an ocean. I haven't seen it. Fuck it all. You're not listening to me. I'm saying from a perspective point of view.
But that's the difference. That's the main difference.
So you're saying
there
is
not an ocean.
So
there's salt water. There's
But what
waves,
looks different about it?
there's-
Like I'm saying, you're like you haven't seen an ocean. I'm like, well, no, I haven't seen an ocean.
The Atlantic Ocean looks a lot different than our Pacific Ocean does. I've only swum in the Pacific Ocean, obviously, but I have seen and been told that the Atlantic Ocean is actually different.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot more pollution in it. It borders Jersey.
Maybe.
I don't know
Is
if you
that
know
the
this or
lake you're
not.
talking about
East
again?
Coast, East Coast has been awful mean to the environment right off the. Like they had like Atlantic City, for example, had a firm policy of like if you talk, you sleep with the fishes, and they were in the water. So the ocean is more fun and has creatures that can kill you. See, that doesn't sound more fun. Balls deep. Thank you for the $1.49 in the banana. I don't know what the super sticker for the $1.49 was dealing with the banana. Were there waves? There were waves. There were waves. Nowhere near as intense. No.
Yeah, but there's waves in lakes too. That's not waves alone cannot create an ocean.
Lexi saying lot fewer waves on the Atlantic coast. Probably.
And it's colder. From what I understand, it's colder than the Pacific, which is very cold.
I'm now being told, were there floating turrets? Then it doesn't count. Thank you, Westcott. No, there were no floating turds. It's just.
If there's the
Doesn't count me.
occasional foot that comes up out of it, it's the Pacific. With or without its shoe.
Yeah, a lot of you
feet
guys
go up.
explain the things you find out of the ocean. And I'm like, well, maybe I took the wiser choice. It seems a lot safer. You know what I found? Pretty rocks. That's what I found. That's what was coming ashore.
It's Lake Wakanda.
There's a Lake Wakanda. I mean, there's 10,000 in Minnesota, and there's a lot of like uppity white people that have to virtue signal. So I don't doubt for a second that there isn't a Lake Wakanda, but I certainly haven't heard about it. It'd be news to me. I've seen Superior and heavy weather. Those aren't waves. That's wake, says Roy Sombrero. Johnny, have you ever seen a cuttlefish? I believe I have seen a cuttlefish.
I haven't. I feel like there's a joke in there.
I don't know if there is or not. I'm worried there is, though. Brett Mack, he's never experienced the inland sea. What's the inland sea? Lake Michigan is awesome, too.
I think Superior is
The inland sea? That's the one. That's the one that I went to. Like,
yeah, but it's a sea, not an ocean. There's a difference.
oh, nothing is ever
There is.
fucking good enough for you. Jesus. Like, oh, you
good
ever
enough,
seen a
just
short? No, I've been
accurate.
here. Like, I didn't. Then you're just, oh, well, fuck you then. And the fucking horse you didn't ride in on because you can't get up on a horse.
Well, no, because I've never seen a sea. I've never seen. I've always wanted to see the Great Lakes.
You've been one for the
I
last
learned all
20
sorts of
minutes.
history about them. But I
like
never
that she
seen
missed
them.
it. I like that you missed that joke.
Oh, I did miss a joke.
Yeah.
Sorry.
While you were tonguing your doobie there.
I was tonguing a joint. Yeah, my bad.
You know what'll be cool is never mind. No, while you were tonguing that doobie there, you're like, I've never seen a C. I was like, it's weird because you've been one for the last 20 minutes. It was a fun joke. I was waiting for you to catch it and you didn't. Oh well. Oh well.
It would have been. Yeah, it would have been more fun if I caught it. My bad.
I'm so disappointed. I have to go up and get some water. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'm gonna do you a favor. Since you don't have control of the show, I'll put something up for the screen for you to talk about. I know how much you love doing your little shtick and your little bits. So why don't you devote that energy, since you're being a guest on the show, towards trying to move the merch that is not talking to all you people out there, not a meat market. It's just merch. It's merch. Just hot and tasty merch.
Look at all the cool merch, kids. Look at that wonderful
I'll
stuff.
even highlight yours, and I'll here. We'll do this. We'll do this.
Digger lover. I'm a digger lover. I'm wearing my I'm drinking rather out of my Snoopy cup, not my digger lover cup, but I've got one right over there.
All right, so I'm gonna pull.
Wow.
I'm gonna pull you down.
Look, I'm Johnny.
To here, and now we're highlighting the mugs. The badges are at the bottom. They're there as well. We're highlighting
We
the
don't need
mugs.
no stinking badges.
The mugs, the shirts, and the hat, all digger merch, as well as the meat market. You go ahead and do
Lovely.
that. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing water.
Okay, have fun. So yeah, you can get gem mugs, Johnny's Exotic Meat Market mugs. We've got the Gorilla Glue or the Gorilla Milk Emporium. Although we do also make Gorilla Glue now. We've been doing that for a little while. Great way to save money on disposing of the gorilla carcasses. If we just make them into glue, we use them from start to finish, every little bit. That's always good. Taking care of the climate and all that shit.
Hello,
I have heard. I know, right? It's a digger lover. It's 100% certified digger lover, not just any old digger lover. The shirts are really great. The key is with the shirts to make sure that it's in a men's fitted style.
Hello,
men's
motherfucker.
fitted fits really well, so us ladies can wear it too. And it's not like big and boxy or anything. So that's really nice. We can get, he didn't scroll down quite far enough, but there's actually some Johnny merch on his merch site too. It's not all my stuff and the cut clown stuff from Aaron.
Hello,
There is some stuff from him too. Hello, Dies a Lot. Good to see you. Let me see here. No liquid evidence, not at all. Ew, Brian, that water's wet. There's gator in it. Didn't know lakes have beaches. Now you don't know the difference between a lake and an ocean. What do you do with the gorilla toenail clippings? Oh, that all goes into the glue. Everything. Every last little bit from the gorilla goes into the glue. Although I was just... It's nowhere near completion. I have no idea if it'll ever actually be a thing. But I have to say, when making false lashes, the fur is really, really nice, and it actually holds quite the curl. So I'm playing with that sort of thing. You never know, never say never, but there might be a gorilla lash offshoot from his gorilla milking, just because, we'll see if it works. And then I got to find a bunch of people to try it and hope that none of them have reactions. So, it'll be a while yet, but, just a thought. Always good to have new ideas. I heard something about a cement ramp company that he's started.
No. Again, it was a very simple.
Well, no, I'm just asking a question. I hadn't heard.
Oh, yeah.
I
Fuck
heard
you
that
and
there
your
might
questions.
be,
You're just asking a
costume?
question. You're just asking a question. That's not what you're doing.
I heard something.
No. I said talk about. Oh, wait. Boop. I said talk about the merch, man. The merch store. Streamlabs.com/JustKiddingLLC/merch. You can get the shirts.
I did.
Get all the stuff. Right, but then you started talking about the goddamn gorilla milk shit. That's not a real thing.
Well, Actually, I was asking about the. Oh no, I did ask. I did say about the. Oh shoot.
I heard the
I
words.
don't know if you guys can. my PC has frozen. I don't know if I've frozen.
I can hear
for
you.
you guys. I can still hear you. That's great. The
You haven't
the
frozen to
chats
us.
are frozen and the picture is frozen.
Yeah, no, everything's working fine on our end. It's your computer that's taking
good.
a shit.
It's just that's par for the course.
Or your
All right,
video card.
I'll just not touch anything and hope.
I
that
have a
it
question.
decides
Is
to
your
work
computer
again.
on is your computer like on a table or is it on the ground?
No, it's on it. Well, it's on a chair.
But it's elevated?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know the temperature in your room, but yeah, you might be having temperature issues. Right, Johnny? It's not real. Don't put the winky face on there, King Kong. It is
See?
real.
I can't see any of these winky faces.
Well, now you did
'cause it's
freeze.
all
Your picture
frozen.
did freeze.
Damn it.
Your picture froze. And you're looking at me with your mouth slightly agape, and it's like this like sus look, like he just said what? Like, wait a minute, I'm like the kind of thing you would see if like two people were out on a blind date and they were talking to the cabbie, and the cabbie's looking at the rearview mirror, and he catches the moment that she realized, yeah, he's not coming home with me. Like, all right, now you're back. Everything just like I said that.
Oh, good. There we go.
The universe had to freeze that for that moment of realization for me, I guess, where you are.
Hello, motherfucker.
D's a lot for you. Hello, motherfucker, 100 bits. Thank you. We might have had a KBS spike or something because I thought that was in before. That sound drop playing again. Oh, no, they just played it again. That's like the third time they've played that. That's the third time. Thank you so much for 300 bits. That's awesome. All that money goes towards our goal. Knocking it down today for tomorrow. We're at $40, and tomorrow's goal is all covered. And then anything over that goes towards Monday. Monday, I'm going to be in Mikey Two Milk's chat Monday night because he's doing his final Monday mixtape stream. It's a fun time, and it's one of those you got to experience it live. So be there or forever be wanting. Let's get that done. We did. Oh, that was your stream that I had open. Okay, close that because you're not there anymore.
I see Sam Show still has a way with words. Yeah, let's all go to this soup of fish piss and play in it. Yay. He does not like oceans or lakes.
Well, like, I mean, he's not wrong. Like I'll be honest, he's not wrong. In a third world society where you have nothing but that, yeah, sure, fucking go for it. But we can just as easily make pools and things here, water parks and stuff, and you can play in a puddle full of people piss, because that's really the choice now. It's whether it's Mother Nature's piss or people piss, unless you have your own private pool and you have a rule of no peeing in the pool. But then you have to be the only person in the pool, and even then,
can't guarantee it.
Don't put the winky face, says Lexi, and then she puts the winky face. That's not like you guys are all like, yeah, guys. Don't do that. It's not real. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't. You're fucking boning me on this shit. Best frozen face I've ever seen. West Coast really liked the frozen face where you don't trust me.
No.
Just the. I highly suggest you go back to like we'll say an hour before the show ends. After this is done, just go to an hour before it's over.
it
So
out.
like around the 128 timeline for you, around the one, yeah, and just check out the like when your computer starts free, and then you just freeze for a second. And I keep doing the show, and you're just like, it's really nice.
So I was showing how I really feel inside.
Oh, it's Nightmare Pharaoh to be with me forever. Never gonna forget it again. This is your doing. It's the horrified, excited nod. He's horrified, but he's like, yeah, that's my doing. And it seems like, yeah, fucking, oh God. Anyways, all right, so that's the British dude. Congratulations, you're still sour that you needed our help. It's fine. It's okay. As a crippled person, I'll tell you this. It's okay to ask for help. I don't know why I have this Texas cat leaping story. I didn't ever pick that. In fact, I remember seeing it going, who the fuck cares? And how is that in my thing? Like, and I checked it. It's in my prep sheet. That's where that weirds me out when things get in my prep sheet. I saw the story, but I never clicked to the link, and I never clicked copy link. I never did any of that. Let's go back here. And it was on this site, so there must have been one of these I missed. Soccer ball, don't give a shit. Wandering near Texas school. Yeah, the lost cat. No, loose kangaroo.
All right.
This is the iguana eggs. That's the one I wanted to talk about. 98 iguana eggs removed from a single yard in Florida. That was the one that apparently got switched up. Although, I just realized I'm about to play a story about 98 iguana eggs, and I just remembered where I am. You ever do that? You ever host a show and your audience fucking badgers you about shit, and then you hit play and you realize you might be giving them more fucking fuel? Oh, no. There's no audio? What the hell?
Ooh.
So we're
Look
just
at all these iguana eggs.
We're just pulling out iguana
everywhere.
eggs.
Were they
Hold on.
hidden? Were they planted? Was this guy not supposed to have them?
Well, it's in Florida. Iguanas are an invasive species in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So let's see, in a single yard. Reptile wranglers in Florida said they believe they've set a new local record for the Miami area when they removed 98 iguana eggs from a single yard. Humane Iguana Control said personnel responded to a home in the Miami suburb on report of iguanas burrowing in the yard. We removed 98 eggs. 3 female iguanas had nested in the burrows that were all interconnected, and each laid their own clutch. The business said officials believe the egg collection could be a new local record. It's the most eggs we've ever removed from a single site. We couldn't find another case of that many being pulled at once. Iguanas are considered to be an invasive species in Florida. By preventing a significant new infestation, we not only protect this neighborhood from potential damage, but also mitigate health risks, Humane Iguana Control said to social media. The homeowner was initially shocked by the discovery, but ultimately relieved and grateful for our team's success in removing the eggs. Diesel lot for you. Diesel?
Dies a lot.
Dies a lot? Oh. I keep seeing
Dies
diesel.
a lot for you.
Dies a lot for you.
I'm thinking he's a gamer that goes out and plays the hard bits for people. So he's willing to go and die a lot and get through the hard bit.
Yeah, I do that, but then I scream. Like, I'll be honest, at my my palpary age of what, like I'm gonna be 43 this November. At my age of 42, I am aware that I cannot, and you know this for a fact, I cannot play games if they're gonna frustrate me because I act like a child. Yeah, no, that's a.
Yeah, that's a fair and accurate statement.
Yeah. So I get pissy and just do what I want, and then you're just like, why don't you not play the game? No, I'm playing the game, but I don't want to be mad.
Just put it down for a bit. Do
No!
something else. No.
No. I'm an adult and I can be mad if I want to. So yes, it's mellowed a lot in my in recent years, but it's still a thing. So like that's one reason I don't do the gaming stuff as more. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
Old lady Canadian. I like all three of those things. So congratulations.
Pardon me.
T. Jefferson, our egg pickers have a wide range. See, this is what I meant. Then what do you mean our egg pickers? You better not mean anything to do with me. I'm not involved in any of this crap. The meat market shirt was a bit, but it is available in the store and actually looks pretty nice. I have a few of them myself. If I'll be honest, I've sprung for the cash. Did you at least pimp the shit out of your merch on my store since you won't set up your own merch store? And so now you're you're
not that I won't, it's that I haven't bothered to.
Well, okay.
Why should I have to deal with PayPal if you're willing to deal with them and then send me a $5 every now and again?
Mantrums. West Coast Patriot Girl
that way
calls
I
them
can
mantrums.
stay politically and morally right, and you can.
Yeah, but no, you're not morally right. You're being hypocritical. That's not morally right. That's not morally right.
No, I'm not using them.
Yeah, but you're not using them, but you're still profiting. So it's not morally right. But yeah, I want West Coast Patriot calls them mantrums. I like that term. I throw a mantrum. I throw a mantrum. I have myself.
Mantrum. Yes, I like that. Mantrum.
It's not a problem until you have smashed more than one controller. I have smashed only one controller in my entire life. I will never get to that level of controller smashing because the only reason I ever smashed a controller was someone stepped on it and broke one of the joysticks. So then I used it. It was an original Xbox controller. I used it as a stand-in. Anytime I got mad, I didn't throw my controller. I didn't do anything. I beat the shit out of an already broken controller. But, and this is the part that you don't get that maybe a few people realized. I mentioned it was an original Xbox controller. Can anyone tell me why that might be a ballsy choice for a I can't effing take it thing? Digger, the gorillas want to hop in the Shark Tank. There are no gorillas. There is no Shark Tank. If she won't plug hers, I'll plug mine. Streamlabs.com, Mikey/2milks/merch. Yes, and I already plugged it earlier. Yes. I'm mentioning again today. I am going to be on twitch.tv/Mikey2milks for his final. I'm not going to be on the show. I'm going to be in the chat, hanging out, enjoying the stream. His final mixtape is apparently this Monday. Be sure to tune in, check it out. Throw them a few bucks. It's a fun time. It's an interesting show. You got to be there to scream. You just described why they're dumb. You're just describing why they're dumb, or more how. I still have a couple of OGs. I don't know why people think they're so great. They're terrible controllers. Oh, it's nothing about them being good or bad. It's about them being so fucking durable. Like, until someone stepped on my original Xbox controller, like original Xbox controller, until someone stepped on it and broke the top hat or whatever you want to call it, the thumbstick, the thing was perfect. They took a licking and kept on ticking. They weren't the cheapy, like, no offense to PlayStation, but PlayStation controllers, super easy to break. Modern day Xbox controllers, much easier to break. They're a little more durable than the PlayStation ones, but not by too much. But this thing, it was on a cord. It was the last bastion of solid corded controllers. And I mean, to break it, to finally shatter it, because this was more than once, I would swing this thing like a flail. I would get the momentum going, and I would careen it full force into a concrete floor. And it took that hit several times before finally just exploding into a pile of pieces all over the place. I took the Xbox logo off of the controller, and I put it on my microwave. It's still there. I have, I think, the A button floating around here somewhere. We need a GoFundMe to get Johnny to the ocean so he can surf, says Jake in the Hudson. That's not a bad idea.
There you go.
You can fix the joysticks, buddy. I mean, on the original Xbox controllers, you could open them up and replace the top hats, like if they were snapped off the post in the sensor. I did not know that. Either way, it's very, very long ago. My lost interest. Is Digger real? She might be an AI hot chick version of Johnny. That's a theory. That is a theory. Stop sharing my secrets, my lost interest. Analog stick, whatever. Aaron does that with cats by the tail. Well, that's just mean. The A button. Yeah, the A button. It's the A button or the B button when you keep one of them. And I don't know. I know I have a button floating around here somewhere. Anyhow, the A button, eh? Yeah, no, we already covered that. I like to lick it first, then blow it. What?
Aw, thank you, Wild.
I have an original Nintendo. Dude, I love original Nintendo. You can get console things that plug into modern TVs to play those. Just blow and the folded up paper wedge in for tightness. Oh. You guys are getting gross. I wouldn't lick the dust off of one of those. Those things were bricks.
I never licked it.
Yeah, the old school original Xbox controllers were fucking bricks. They built it when it first came out. They were marketing it heavily towards like the kind of like fucking like jockey fucking college, like, because Halo was their big game. So, like, they had shooters and stuff. They knew they were going to have people who were raging on their controllers, so they made it durable. Then they found out that it didn't really matter, that gamers are dumb, and if you make it more cost-effective and less durable, they'll just break it and buy new ones anyway. So, okay. Because at the end of the day, there's never a point where gamers go, no, you're making my components too easy to break to keep sucking money out of me. I'm not going to buy your console anymore. Especially since the other consoles have the exact same problem. That's the fun thing about the whole console wars, where people are like, this one, that one, this one sucks this way. Like they're pretty much exactly the same now. It's just what games they offer. Anyways, what the hell? I don't want to know. I don't want to do the TikTok challenge. It's a rip and read one. Apparently, there's a TikTok challenge. Oh, wait, never mind. We have people trying to light one on fire in a video. Okay. If we have people... Apparently, it's a new TikTok challenge of people trying to... Oh, this is a meme. Oh, it's a meme.
It's not an actual thing?
So,
it's a meme?
No. The video I have is a meme. I don't know if people are trying to do this, but the claim is there's a TikTok challenge of people lighting their laptops and their Chromebooks on fire as part of a TikTok challenge thing. Parents beware. This was circulated by the Cumberland Police Department. Parents beware. A dangerous TikTok trend called the Chromebook Challenge is circulating among students. Why? How many of these dangerous TikTok challenges do we need to have before we go, how about we don't have TikTok? It's apparently encouraging our kids to destroy property and themselves, almost like it's a Chinese agent. Almost like it's a form of warfare that China's waging on us. They're attacking our citizen directly by slowly modifying them with this stupid crap. If I was a parent whose kid damaged the equipment, because they'll make you pay for the equipment. Like, my kid doesn't get to have a Chromebook. Like, I'll be like, well, I guess you can write everything on paper now.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what? Excuse me? I'm like, yeah. I got good news for you. Paper burns really easy too. Burn your books. Burn your notepad. I'm not paying money for that. Like, dude, I would be so pissed. So the challenge encourages kids to take apart or intentionally damage their school-issued Chromebooks, sometimes trying to short-circuit internal parts. So it's just destroy your school issued. How is this not some sort of like communist, like coercive fucking destroying our society from the inside kind of thing? TikTok can entirely make sure that this challenge isn't a thing and not circulate, but they do. They circulate that shit. But they wouldn't do that. They would never circulate stuff like this for the Chinese TikTok. Like, that was the best part. That was the best part about when we were ending TikTok, is I loved how many fucking people went from TikTok to Chinese TikTok. Like, wait a minute. You mean it's not all accepting of all this woke stuff? And you guys are like, you're not all accepting of all races and white people are evil. And, oh, wait, you're accepting of white people are evil. But apparently after that, it's not okay. You have some very harsh thoughts about black people. Like, it's just, again, I feel like this is deliberate. This shouldn't be a thing. So this challenge encourages kids to take it seriously. It could cause a real electrical fire, permanent damage to expensive school equipment, disciplinary actions at school, or even legal consequences. As parents, we know how easily kids can be influenced by what they see online. That is true. That's why it's important to talk to your child, check in on what they're watching or sharing on TikTok. They shouldn't be on TikTok or other apps. Remind them that school devices are for learning, not toys for social media stunts. Again, your child should not be on TikTok. If they are on TikTok, they should be old enough to be working a job to pay for this. Dear Lord. Yeah, dude, I think it's a thing. Coordinated wooden shoe tossing. I don't know what that means. It's a psyop because Microsoft is ending Windows 10, and that somehow fucks with other tech. Huh? That's news to me. That's
interesting.
News to me. I'm apparently very uninformed. We have 45 minutes left in the show. We've got a bunch of things to do, including the entire third hour's worth of stuff. I'm going to double check to make sure we're not missing any Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPals. Those things help knock out our goal. We're sitting at $40 for tomorrow, minus whatever comes through, thanks to Dies a Lot for You and everybody that threw in on Twitch today. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, no, I've got this Bernie being a hypocrite video. I got to play that. And then we've got feminists releasing white smoke because apparently the Pope is always a dude. And that bothers them. So I've got those two and then the entire third hour. Including the one that I said I'd save for the third hour in case you ended up showing up and we ended up running long. The one about the kids. So we can do those as well. What do Amish kids do for fun? Not TikTok, right? It's not like TikTok needs to be a thing. And this is why I'm against it. It's not just because, not solely because TikTok is a wholly owned company that is owned by the Chinese Communist Party of China. That's not the only reason. The main reason I'm against it is all of the stories I've been doing for how long now of America. Like, it's not like over TikTok overall. It's the American and Western world TikTok. That one is where these stupid fucking challenges come up and they keep getting circulated. And it's something that TikTok knows happens on their stuff. They do absolutely nothing to curtail it unless it's for their controlled propaganda TikTok version that they give their own residents. And that's another reason why I don't trust it. The minute there has to be a separate TikTok for China than there is for the rest of the world, I'm not okay with that. You guys won't give your people TikTok. Well, then you shouldn't own a social media platform if your people aren't allowed to enjoy it. Like, that seems weird.
Yeah. Now, I see Sam Show saying, oh, come here, wake up. It's kind of true what Lexi's saying. They're ending Windows 10 because Windows 11 forces you to sign up for a Microsoft account, and that's how they'll track you for everything. I thought they were already tracking us with our Google account.
They're tracking us with everything, but
yeah.
Chinese facing TikTok is uplifting. I have no idea what it. TikTok is the devil. I keep doing the math,
Google,
and it keeps adding up to 271K.
Yeah.
The wooden shoes are called Sabo. I don't know what the wooden shoe thing is, T. Jefferson. Yeah, dude, I don't. Amish kids pull weeds for fun. Oh.
Well, that's why soaking is the thing. I mean, for them, soaking, that's like a thrill.
Sitting in
They
water?
do boring things for fun is the point I'm making. They do boring things thinking it's wonderful and fun. They have no idea. They're just soaking. They have no idea what actually happens if you move around a bit, too.
Sam Show saying they link Microsoft with Google for logins. I'm not contradicting that at all. I'm just saying when it comes to tracking you, they already are. So, I mean, maybe they are doing that so they can track you with everything. And just like I said, I don't know. I don't know. I do a job that requires using text, so it's not like I can escape these things. I'd have to quit doing my job, and I've decided I'm not going to do that because I can't make money other ways. I can't go out and live in the woods on my own. I'd love to do that, but I can't do that because that would require working legs. Brett Baer, did you spend $221K on private jets? Oh, yes. Okay, so you know how Bernie Sanders is one of the groups of people always talk about the rich and their fair share and their private privilege, and the rest of us suffer, and we need to hold these people accountable, make them pay their fair share. Well, he was on Brett Baer, and Brett Baer did the one thing that someone like Bernie Sanders really should be afraid of anyone doing him. He went at him with his own receipts. So and to his credit, Bernie told the truth.
You know, Alyssa Slotkin, senator from Michigan, she said you shouldn't be using oligarch. It's over people's head. You've gotten criticized from other people. Free Beacon says Bernie Sanders spent $221,000 on private jets fighting the oligarchy tour, paid for by friends of Bernie Sanders. That you've spent millions of dollars in campaign funds on private jet travel over the years. How do you push back on both of those things?
When's the last time you saw Donald Trump during a campaign mode at National Airport?
No.
That's not the question.
Yeah, no.
And also, sir, Donald Trump says he's not fighting the oligarchy. Continue.
No, it doesn't. But he's also not fighting the oligarchy.
No. You run a campaign and you do 3 or 4 or 5 rallies in a week. The only way you can get around to talk to 30,000 people. Think I'm going to be sitting on a waiting line at United waiting, 30,000 people are waiting. That's the only way you can get around. No apologies for that.
No apologies for that. I expect a different rule from me than the people I rule. The point we're making is, sir, you're saying that the rest of us have to be okay with living in that world, but you're not.
Yeah. I've got the money, so I can live a better life.
We're going to do
It's okay.
And you think that this is hitting a mark? You think it's scratching the itch that voters want to hear from?
I think at a time when the people on top are doing phenomenally well, when seniors, working class people are struggling, people want to hear action to stand up to the people who have the wealth and the power.
Right. But the closest we're getting to that, and that's the part that pisses me off, aren't fucking two-faced pieces of shit like you, who are the wealthy and have been in government for how many fucking decades now? The closest we're getting to action on that is the fucking orange-faced, toupee possibly wearing midget dude who is a real estate developer who came in with an autistic bushwhacker by the name of Elon Musk. And it's doing some good, some bad, but it's the equivalent of a flamethrower to this shit. And the reason we're there is because for decades you keep espousing about doing stuff, but you don't actually do. And the rich need to pay their fair share. You guys need to realize the government is the rich. Like, the government is too expensive. It needs too much money for too much shit because too much special interest crap goes out the door to places like Ukraine, to things like gender-affirming operas in Brazil. You built the house that he's taking down. Stop acting like you're the solution. You're the fucking carpenter.
Create an economy that works for all of us, not just the people on top.
Yeah, but you've never done that. And again, you keep forgetting you're one of the people on top. You might not be the richest man on top, but I'm tired of him acting like he's of the people when he literally got confronted with, no, you have whatever this is the same thing as that fucking Peterson, what's his name? Jordan Peterson. It's the same thing as that Jordan Peterson clip with the lady where he's like, well, you have all this privilege. You're white privilege. You have all this privilege. Why don't you give it up? Give it to someone who can use it. And they, no, I don't want to. Yeah, that's just the gist of it. Except he's a politician. That's the same. I have the same problem with AOC. She'll go to the Met Gala wearing a white dress that says "Eat the Rich," but she won't pay for the privilege of doing that. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Donald Trump pays his bills. I have always said Donald Trump skates on the check because that's the way I've known him. But I didn't expect him to be the guy coming in here and go, oh, well, I'm going to pay all my bills. Like, no. It's these guys that they think it's okay that, oh, well, what I do is as bad as this person. Yeah, but you espouse that you're better than them. Well, I am. For what? Anyways, sorry. Am I cutting you off? You're being awfully silent. Am I too aggressive?
No, you're not cutting me off. I just figured I'd let you.
This is the beautiful thing.
You need to get it off your chest.
This is the beautiful thing of a mic arm, and this is why, like, I'm pushing you, and I feel like I know how that solution is going to go. But I can't wait until I can implement the solution of where you can have the beautiful thing about a mic arm, especially in a video call like this, where if someone's like, oh, you're ranting? Oh, I'll just let that, and you just kind of like take that tact so that way I can see like, oh.
That would be rude.
No.
That would be rude. Great. I'm going to let you get your point out, and then I will either agree or disagree.
Damn it, lady, listen to me. I'm saying.
And in the meantime,
I'm telling you how this goddamn game works. I'm giving you the hits off my own beats. I'm giving you the hits off my own beats. Now, this is what I'm saying. Like, then you build a really good bit where you keep being like you're going to come back in, right? Like, so you throw out the mic. You're like, oh. And then, like, as things start kind of, you're like, oh. And then you wait for me to, like, kind of catch a moment. Like, oh. And then, oh. Kind of like the person who's flipping out in the other room and someone keeps peeking in like, is it time for me to? Nope, never mind. Like, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
We
could have had fun with that. I'm trying to explain to you how to do this damn thing.
I'm listening.
But you can't do it with your mouth mic. What are you gonna go whoop? Like it can't. Yeah. See, that's not the same. And the weird smirk, smirk makes me think that you thought. The weird smirk makes me think that you thought the character I was doing was retarded, or maybe you're just. I am. All right.
No. I figured I'd let you get your.
No, I mean the smirk you
Get it
did with the
out?
mic bend, where you smirked your mic. You made like, is that what you think I look like? I look retarded, like.
No.
Oh.
You never look retarded. I did want to say though, T. Jefferson, Sabo, I knew there was a reason. I knew there was a history, and I could not for the life of me remember it. I am so glad that you are the nerd that you are, and you could write it out, put it in the chat. So I remember now. The Sabo. Yeah. You probably don't give a
Oh.
flying fuck. But no, he was talking about the shoes called the wooden shoes.
Yeah, no, they were talking about the wooden shoes. I'm reading the Rumble chat right now, and remember how I was saying like you can't complain about the guy tearing down the house you built like you're the victim when you're the carpenter. I'm not gonna say who, but someone just said, "No, Johnny, his people killed the carpenter." Like, oh.
Not wrong.
Wild Saffron at Digger. The dress was a gift AOC received. The value was against the rules for her being in office. She's above the law.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We're talking.
She's above the trough too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like there was like a fee or a payment thing that she had to pay for that, and she didn't, and she skated on that. And that's a slew of you got a lot of money and you don't pay your bills and you don't pay your fair share. Like you skate on it any way you can, any loophole you can. And I'm not faulting her for that. I'm faulting her for continually doing that and literally requiring like Senate committee hearing meetings for her to be held accountable for paying her fair share, whilst simultaneously platforming of the rich need to pay their fair share, eat the rich, taxes are unfair, blah, blah, blah. Then why don't you pay yours? They're unfair, and the rich need to pay their fair share, but you don't need to pay yours? By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, I could be okay with that message when you were a bartender. You are a senator, you're getting paid for public speaking and all this other shit. You're amassing a lot of wealth. Like, oh, yeah, weird how the rich need to pay their fair share, and you don't qualify. Part 2. I need a pair of purple sabos. Haha, Johnny doesn't care. His eye is twitching. Well, that's not necessarily a here or there thing. That's a combination of wearing contact lenses and having multiple sclerosis. My nerves and my muscles are twitchy. I guess now it's up to my eyes.
Kong.
Nerd.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry to
learned
hear
that fact from a Star Trek movie. What?
I think that's probably where I learned it too.
Oh, about the shoes?
Yeah, they Sabo. Yeah. It's either that or else
All right.
it was in history class because we learned a lot of French history.
King Kong.
But yeah,
I
I'm
might
sorry
have
to hear that,
glaucoma
King
in my
Kong
right eye.
Dong.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I hope not.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's hopefully a thing your insurance can help you. There's a surgery that helps with a lot of those. He mare share, her mare share. LMAO Brett. My carpenter coworker, he's really good with the math and the numbers. I ask him, how is he so good with the tape measure? And he showed me a little dollar sign on the end of it. I don't know. I don't get it. That's not a thing. I have to go in for one of those and test in 2 months. Well, I hope that goes well for you. Star Trek 4, The Undiscovered Country.
6.
Or 6. I can't read Roman numerals. Holy crap, we only have a half hour left. This show has been one giant collection of what the cockfuckery. So I'm going to watch this. This is a good, we don't have to pick a left or a right. Feminists wanted to speak out about the Vatican because they're like a male-only kind of organization. And it's weird because I didn't know that was news. But the part that I love is these aren't women in Italy. These aren't activists. These are activists that look like Southern California. Like, can we file this any more in the cabinet of it doesn't effing affect you? Like, but of course, these wine moms need some attention. They aren't giving it to their children. I don't know if they have any, but apparently this is more important. Do you have any thoughts before I hit play on this?
Do they know any of the history of the Catholic Church? And the
Oh,
popes,
dude.
and how they come to be chosen and why they are chosen?
No.
And yeah, no.
I got
shut
spoiler.
up and go home.
I got a spoiler. They heard what? I can get on the news and I can hold up a pink flare because I care about women. Will there be a trans? You know what? How much you want to bet that's a trans woman? I'm putting it on now. Trans woman.
The one on the left, yeah.
One of these things is not like the others.
A woman's place is in the conclave.
No, it isn't. And we don't need better proof of that than you. A woman's place is in the conclave. Here we go. There we go. The audio's really low, and I didn't get it up there first enough. Let's.
Smoke out sexism. A woman's place is in the conclave.
No, it's in the kitchen. Something you obviously haven't learned.
Smoke out sexism.
I'm only doing this to be mean to them. Because again, we are doing this because we want attention, but we don't want to actually do anything. None of you are in the Catholic Church. Prove me wrong.
We know we've got a little window of time before the cardinals are sequestered inside that Sistine Chapel with no access to their social media and their phones.
So
you're right. Yeah.
You thought if you guys light a bunch of pink smoke signals, they'll vote for... This is what I mean by stop being the messenger of the opposite message you're giving. You're showing me exactly why I don't want women to be religious, because you thought a thing built, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I'm saying the Catholic Church. Let me be very, very clear. I'm not talking about the religion of Catholicism or Christianity, but I'm saying the Catholic Church has kind of got all these rules and things, and right or wrong, a long time ago, they went, it's got to have a dick. You thought, smoke out sexism. If we make a big enough splash on social media, they'll have to elect a lady. So it's not that she's qualified. It's not that God wills it. It's not that she is the most saintly or best representation of the Catholic religion or anything to do with why you would want a person to be a pope. It's because she's not a woman and you think this will do... I want to know, because I'm stupid. How is it all of these dumb people get 15 minutes of fame, and yet I'm struggling to keep a show going? Johnny, I'm tired of you insulting my Catholic religion. All right, God, I'm not insulting the Catholic religion. I'm insulting these dumb cunts for thinking they could change things with a smoke signal stand on social media. Again, it's an entire look at me, look at me, look at me virtue signal, and I want them to own up to it. As for your Catholic...
I do like the Mind Pope.
As
Mind
for your,
Pope, thank you very much, Los Federales.
As for your Catholic religion, if what you believe is true, then then your God chose to cockfucker me from the beginning. So apparently we're at odds.
Will see the pink smoke over the Vatican, and they will know that women are sending a clear signal.
No, they're not. Women are not sending a clear signal. You know why?
Oh.
Because there's a shit ton of women that will be attending the Vatican shit, hoping for them to do the thing they're doing. You guys aren't even sending a clear signal. This is you think this is a clear signal. This is the literal definition of a smoke screen.
Were they even able to get 10 or 12 whole women to do this? How many women did they manage to?
This is in Rome, Italy.
To do this
they wrangled they wrangled people from all over the world.
They cannot go in.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6
in with 133 men deciding the future of the Catholic Church without half of that Catholic Church.
The Bible says women cannot be priests.
Yeah. But this is again.
I get that. I'm a woman, but I get that.
They want them. She just said you were going over this, and I'll skip it because I don't care any more about it than that. She was going over. She's saying they will go in there with 150 men. Yeah, all the College of Cardinals is 155 men, And they cannot elect a new pope without at least half. And it's like, of those men. And it's like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a 50% majority. That sounds like a voting thing. Well, we need female representation. It's like,
no.
this isn't, no offense. And again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not picking a side on it. I'm saying I can't stand people that don't understand. This isn't a fucking democracy. It's a religion. It has its rules. Like them or don't, be part of it or don't. But I hate people that want to be part of a thing but don't want the rules to apply to them. No, I want to be part of your religion. Well, our religion is against LGBTQ. Well, then your religion needs to change for me. That's not how religions work. That's not how religions work. And I don't know why I keep doing that with my hand. That's a bad sign to make. Anyways, that's not how religions work. Looked like I was jerking somebody off. Bad.
Lexi, I agree, right? Like these kind of women really make us all look bad, and we're not all this stupid and this bad.
No.
So please, on behalf of those of us who
but
know
they speak
better,
for you. They speak for you.
We're sorry. We
like
have
when
to
I
all
go out and
put
say
up
I
with
talk
those
for
idiots.
cripples. They speak for you.
West Coast popes can't be fags either, but look where we are.
Maybe don't use that word. Maybe don't read that word out loud on the chat. Just
what, pope?
No, the one you said after that. I don't want to get my channel shut down.
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Really? Wow.
That's strike 2 on you, man. Damn. She's coming in here saying all the naughty words.
You know, the problem is you're the one that keeps saying, well, just come on, join me anytime you'd like.
I don't
feel
expect.
free.
Yeah,
I say,
come on and join the show. We have a fun dialogue and the show goes faster. I say, come on and join the show. I don't go, hey, why don't you come on and try and get me canceled?
I cannot be held responsible for the words that flow unthinkingly out of my mouth.
I'm asking you to simply not Ron Burgundy it. Read the chats and then feel free to constructively edit them, especially since the Rumble chats are en masse too spicy for TV. That was like the whole idea.
They're not on. Yes. Sorry. Oh, on that note, Brett Mack really needs you to understand that his carpenter coworker joke, you massacred it.
Oh.
And he's not happy at all with the fact that you massacred it, and he would appreciate if you were to go back and
What? How did I massacre the joke?
and re-deliver it. Well, you kind of cut half of it off.
What did I do?
My carpenter coworker.
My carpenter coworker.
But he says it could be the beginning of his villain arc, and I thought let us not be the cause of anyone becoming a villain. You know, we're all good, happy here.
I love how everyone thinks their stuff. My stuff is comedic. God, I'm scrolling up. Yeah, I read it. I don't get the joke, but it seems like it's anti-Semitic. So hooray for you. I don't know. Not that you're anti-Semitic. It just seems like the joke itself. So yeah, I'd fucking sorry. Hi Digger. Yeah, hey Digger. How you doing? My show probably soon to get canceled. It's a Jewish joke, and you skipped the word Jewish and made it flop. Yeah, because again, woo, my carpenter is Jewish. I read that part. And I get the whole thing. It's just, I don't know if you know this or not. You think jokes like that are good. That's fine. It's called a disagreement of opinion. That's the point. Yeah. I know. I get the joke. I just don't think it's funny.
All right. Well.
All right. Anyways.
Sorry, Brett, but please don't turn into a villain.
T. Jefferson saying, we're all the funny, Johnny. Well, 65% of the time, we land 100% of the jokes.
That sounds good.
Nice. All right. Anyways, so yeah, that lady, I'm sorry. You can't lighting. This is another thing. This is like the dude with the tank. you're not doing anything. Like, I'm sorry, you can't expect the Catholic Church, if it's really ordained by God and all this, you can't expect them to just change the rules because you want it that way.
Well, I mean, they changed the rules of God already anyways.
Right.
But
it's still...
It's their religion, so they're allowed to change their rules.
Right, but this is someone who's getting pissed that they're not voting for a female president. It was like, we haven't even let you in the Senate yet. Like, you got to get you got your shit together. And still, that whole protest, like, you're going to do what? Get a bunch of dudes to willingly vote to take some of their power away and vote in a bunch of ladies? Like, this isn't even the time for this. Like, this is our chance and our moment. Like, your moment for what? They can't change all the other rules. They're just voting on the... Do they get to... I could be wrong. Let me actually ask you. You might know. Do they get to change, like, any of the other rules of, like, papal doctrine or Catholic whatever hierarchy while they're voting for the Pope? Or is this, like, the whole...
I know not how that sort of thing works.
Nicely worded.
I have no
There you go.
idea.
All right, so whatever. That lady's nuts.
It's only happened twice in my life.
All right, let's get to this one then. We've got 20 minutes left, so we'll talk about this.
Free time.
Is there a video? Please tell me. Yeah. Yes. All right, so how long is the video? Oh God, the video is 30 minutes. But I don't think I need to play much of the video. I think I just have to play the beginning. So this is the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So now, correct me if I'm wrong. Do your cops still use the horses, the mounted police, or like is mounted count for police cruiser too?
No. We do have mounted police. We've got the ones that you'll see in places like in Vancouver, Stanley Park, that sort of thing. You'll see them. It's getting rarer and rarer, but they do exist. The RCMP specifically are world famous for their horse training and their performances, their dressage performances and whatnot. But yeah, you also got to remember there's the RCMP, which is kind of like the RCMP is basically our version of the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
And then some places they also have their own police force. Like there's the Vancouver Police Department, but then there's also the RCMP that operate within Vancouver as well.
All right.
So it's kind of weird.
All right, so this is starting at 2 minutes and 51
this is
seconds.
Ridiculous.
I don't know why it's starting that early. Is it because until how long it takes her to show up? Yeah. Open mic. Yeah, they're just getting set. So this is the beginning.
These two children, they're 6 and 4, I believe, a little boy and a little girl, walked out of their front door in Nova Scotia and disappeared. Now, they live in a rough rural area. It's not city, but they disappeared. The search for the kids started on Friday afternoon. We're looking at Thursday afternoon now. The kids still haven't been found. The RCMP has scaled back their search for the kids. At this point, they're expecting it to be a retrieval, not a rescue.
Okay.
So we're about to hear an update after 6 days. We're getting an update on everything they know about these two missing children.
Okay.
And this is how the thing starts.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am Corporal Carly McCann, Provincial Public Information Officer for the Nova Scotia RCMP. Thank you all for being here today. Bonjour, je suis la caporale Carly McCann, agent d'information publique pour la GRC en Nouvelle-Écosse. Merci de votre présence aujourd'hui. First, I acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I also recognize that African Nova Scotians are a distinct people whose histories, legacies, and contributions have enriched that part.
Did she say African Nova Scotians?
The African Nova Scotians who have been a part of this land for 400 years.
She means like
African.
Black people? Like slaves? Like the slave trade made it to Nova Scotia? Or does she mean the people that came over the land bridge?
Railroad. No, the Underground Railroad came through across the whole country. I've never heard the term African Canadian, let alone African Nova Scotian specifically.
But this country's only been here for 200 years, so she's saying they've been here for 400.
Right.
So they predate by 200 years.
Everything. Now,
And
again, you guys were around a little longer. So
they
might be
West Coast Patriot Girl. They are Sofa King. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
African. I have to rewind that. Oh my God. I just want to say I'm calling it here and now, and I know your feelings on this.
Yes.
Becoming the 51st state would be a favor for you.
I want to become the new country of Western Canada.
Right now, you're just Northern California.
Dude.
Except
sucks.
you're not Northern California. You know what I mean? Like right now, you're just Southern California in the northern part of the peninsula. This is so stupid. Fucking so we're gonna.
This is Nova Scotia. This is the other side of the country. This is as far east as you can go.
All right, it's far east, whatever. But you're still behaving like Californians. So you're telling me that so give them all the land back. It's that simple. Like, that's my answer to this bitch. Like, first I acknowledge, and I'd be like, no acknowledgement. Give them the land back or move the fuck on. We're not here for a history lesson. We're here to talk about missing kids. What does any of this virtue signaling bullshit do for these children? Absolutely
Federal
nothing.
government requires that people do this in lands where this is required. The people are required by law to do this. There's whole federal dossiers that were sent out to talk to your press people and your officers and all that about how to do this. This
is again
acknowledging of the land.
This is again why I say, Digger, this is why I'm telling you. I know you don't agree, and that's fine. This is why you need to become the 51st state. Probably more than one because it's too big of an area to just be one state. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to bring you in on this because obviously,
that would require me moving
no
to
offense.
Alberta, which may not be out
No,
of the
no,
office.
I'm not
at this
talking.
point.
I'm not. No, I mean like the whole thing, just the whole northern area.
The whole of it.
You guys, no offense. You guys are you were bragging about a country celebrating you coming over and helping them. Right now, I feel like you guys can't like comfortably operate a blender. Like just publicly, not
The government can't. No.
right. All the people in charge in your country are just so like I'm just like that's why we can't. The rest of the citizenry might be all fine, upstanding people, but they're not in charge. I'm just saying I'm not comfortable as an American knowing I live in such close proximity to utter idiots in charge of a government. I didn't realize there was a bar below mine, and not only is there a bar below mine, but the whole thing is filled with lemmings.
Rainbow-colored?
I feel like if I had enough pixie stick dust, I could leave a sugar trail to lead them like ants into a river. Like, Jesus, man.
Yep. Like I said, Western Canada, the new country of Western Canada.
I don't want to trust. I'm not yet ready to trust.
Manitoba can choose if they want to come with us or not. Saskatchewan, all the way across BC, and then they've got the Yukon, the territories.
Who's going to be in charge of this
choose
thing?
whether they want to come with us or not. But New Canada or Western Canada.
Again, who's going to run that government? You have to show me that Canada
Us
can
Western Canadians.
You
who
produce
have been
something worse than
jilted
American
since the country
politicians.
We've been jilted since the country began. We've never had any power. That's the problem. They have always shat on
Don't you have like a
Western Canada.
hydroelectric dam? So you guys don't even know what electricity is? What's your computer running on? A hamster?
No, hydroelectric is brilliant, dude. My entire country, my entire province runs off hydroelectricity. We produce so much hydroelectricity that we sell it to other people. Weird fun fact though, we produce so much that we sell our excess off, but We still buy 20% of our hydroelectricity from America in BC. Okay. We create an overflow, but we still have to buy some from you. Okay. Oh, is this the way the bit was supposed to work that you were talking about? This thing right here, and now I'll rant a little bit more, and then you'll come back in, and then...
Thanks for killing it. Thanks. Well, you're going great. Could have just ran with it. All right. So, yeah, no, you missed the whole joke thing where I'm just like, oh, so you guys don't have any power? You don't, what's your computer running off of? Like, I threw that all there, and you just were too happy. So you're just like, no, we produce energy. And that's where it's like,
that's... We do have it. Yes.
That's where the whole thing goes. That's how it works.
Electricity isn't anything to sniff at, damn it.
It's so adorable that you keep figuring these things out. I also have to say, while I have it paused and everything like this, I noticed my little Johnny doll looks adorable on that little red dot in the corner. I just keep looking up and like, oh, that's cute. Anyways, next week, is it? Because we're on the 8th already. Next week, I think next Friday, we'll be doing a celebratory stream. I may have booze, but I won't have like hard booze, like wine coolery booze or something, like something fun to drink. Well, it's going to be a Friday fun day next week for the Friday show, which means we'll open up some stuff. We might, this time around, might start doing things with video chat. I don't know. It's dangerous to let people join into the video chat stuff. Like, we'll have, if we do that, we have to do it through StreamYards, and then I have to like let people in, and then I'm almost certain that's just troll baiting for people to be horrible, but I don't know. We'll toss that idea around a bit.
It's actually pretty easy.
Pretty easy to what?
You just don't let them in. If you put out the invite and you don't want them in when they sign in, you just say no.
Right, but I'm saying,
yeah.
I'd put out the invite to I'd give the invite to people as like a Friday, like a celebratory thing. Like, people are throwing in a lot of money, and it's like we're all having a good time, so maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a way to do something that's not a drinking stream, because I can't do drinking for money. I can do drinking during a stream. I can get loose and have, but it has to be at my speed, and I have to, because, yeah, that last time ain't happening again. Tennessee sipping liquor.
Oh, 420, you geezer.
Oh, Jesus. Don't call me a geezer. I'm not a geezer.
I didn't. Wild did.
Oh. Yeah, shouldn't you call me a hoser? And it's 4:21, so we're too late already. It's 4:21. Don't you need to call me a hoser?
You're late.
You hoser?
Yeah, you hoser.
You hoser. All right. So yeah. So that's that. I'm going to be this Monday. I'm going to be doing the chat. I'm going to be in the chat this Monday evening for Mikey Two Milk's whole fun thing that he does. And this Saturday, I think I'm doing V Rising as the video game, because I can like play with the chat, play the game, play with the chat. We've been doing Marvel Rivals. It's not like we have a whole lot of people thirsty to do Marvel Rivals. It's kind of the same people over and over. So we might switch the game up a little bit and do something just different for this Saturday. And tomorrow is $40 away from being fully funded. We don't know what Twitch made, because we made some money on Twitch today, so we'll see how that goes. Nice. So yeah, they're doing a land acknowledgement thing. That's great. That's great. Time is important. Let's blow a bunch of it saying, hey, people who aren't alive anymore used to live here. That never happens anywhere else in the world, by the way.
I know. It's Canada.
Nova Scotia for over 400
No, I mean literally, groups of people don't move into areas and take over places that other people used to live in. This whole land acknowledgement thing is kind of stupid. If you go back far enough, other groups came here and did this, that, or the other. It's happening right now in, like, England is slowly becoming a different country, because even the people that live there, they don't want to fight to defend it, and they're losing all their rights, and other people are migrating. That could easily, over hundreds of years, the cultural dynamics could shift, but you'll never see them or any other country be like, we acknowledge. You'll never see people in like Denmark like, I'd like to, before we begin this press conference, acknowledge that our ancestors were horrible pillaging rapists, and that's why we have the genetic diversity that we have in our culture right now the way it is, because they would go steal the beautiful people, and then they would just come back here and plow them into their children. Like, just that's how it went. And I would like to acknowledge that we came from barbarous people who, again, that's just stupid. Does it change because you acknowledge it? Are you going to do better? Are you going to give the land back?
Nope.
Oh, that's why this is so long. We have to stop every sentence to say it in French. Well, screw that.
Yes.
I don't know if you can tell from the color of my skin.
Poinches.
I'm not a frog. All right, so here's a proper example of how stupid land acknowledgement is. Ooh, clickety click. Let's see what this is. This is CBC comedy, so I don't know if I'll get video unavailable. The uploader has not made this video available in your country.
Oh no! Wait a minute though. Just wait a minute. Where is? Oh, it's in Twitch. Damn it.
Do you want me to send you the link?
Yes, please, because then I can open it.
And then what? You're gonna share it on your screen?
Yeah.
That's gonna be very hard to play, like through here. But okay.
I can hope. I can cross fingers.
No, I mean, like literally. How am I supposed to send this to you?
Oh shit! Oh, okay. No, I was thinking you were going to send it to Discord, but we're not actually in StreamYard. Can I just share? Is it still that easy going through all your stuff?
Yeah, but your window is going to be smaller because it's your screen window that you're in right now.
Well, then don't worry about it, kids.
Yeah.
If you really want to see, it's on the screen there.
Dedaku. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Or sport,
it is ridiculous, and the fact that they spent all that time doing that before they updated people on the 2 missing children, and the message, their update about the 2 missing children was that they're stepping back their search efforts. That's the whole point.
My voiceover guy speaks German. I have no idea what he's yelling about most of the time, but the other guy goes boom boom, so I assume it's okay. Yeah, I have no idea. Where's pork if they're lucky? Wine foolery. Oh, yeah. No, we're gonna skip the rest of that one because they haven't found the kids. That's the update. Like the kids are still missing.
That's the update. They not only have they not found the kids,
they're scaling back their efforts.
Scaling back their efforts to find them. Yeah, it's going to be a body recovery, not a not a.
But again, and the funny part is you were upset about this before, and so you were upset about this before, and you were telling me about it while I was prepping the show, and then I told you I was grabbing a story, and I was pointing it out to you because it's like the thing you're talking about is such a big thing. It's kind of crossed, as we just saw. Not a lot does, but it's crossed the news media pond onto my side of the bank. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm grabbing this story. And before I could even finish it, that's the one. That's what I was telling you about. It was like, wow, like freaking, I told you. And I was like, oh, all right. Okay. It's good. Well, I'm just saying, it's going to be in there.
I was very surprised that it had made it was big enough to have made it outside of Canadian news. That's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah. It made it. It made it because, again, like, the news is horrible. The update isn't even an update. It's just kind of like, well, here's the minutes. Like,
we're giving up.
Yeah. And before we do that, let's acknowledge that this place where there's a horrible tragedy and young, innocent lives have been lost and people around us are adversely affected right now. Let's stop all of that because first we have to acknowledge that a long time ago, there were other people living here, and the people who took it over might not have been nice about it. None of that changes, but we have to acknowledge. Like, again, I don't. How far
That's
back?
the federal government.
How far back do we have to fucking cry and boo-hoo about history? Because I've got bad news for you.
Yeah.
Somebody's always fucking somebody else over. That's human nature. All right. Kids in the Canadian wilderness waiting for the authorities to come. Oh, dude, it's believed that they're dead. It's been like 6 days, right?
Yeah. I believe they're 6 and 4.
Yeah. If a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old have been roughing it in the wilderness for the better part of 2 or 3 days, I will be impressed.
Yeah.
Poor kids, degen adults suck. Yeah, that is my other question. How did these kids get loose in the first place?
Well, they were in the yard. They were supposed to be playing in their yard. But they live in nowhere, right? They live in very rural.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying you need to lock your children up like it's a prison camp, but I'm just saying if they live in the wilderness and you don't watch them, how is this a surprise? So again, I don't know. Maybe there's no winners in the whole thing. It's just really sad. But yeah, that story crossed the pond. What do you got? You got anything going on tonight? You doing a show tonight?
Yes, actually, in an hour and a half, I will be doing a Chatting with Chat stream. So that's just me on the screen talking to you guys in chat about whatever you want to talk about. There's no set topics, just whatever's on your minds, and we hang out for a few hours and discuss. So yeah, feel free to come and join me. Like I said, in an hour and a half.
Okay. Sam Show saying it happens in the South sometimes. It's frustrating as hell because someone's usually home just not watching. Yeah, I grew up in one of these homes where the parents weren't watching and nothing bad truly happened, but there were like other people around in relatively close proximity, and there were children of various age, and like we always had the older kids kind of supervising and overseeing the little ones. So there was kind of like a system in place. I don't understand if you live in that kind of wilderness, how you don't have a fence, or again, you're watching. Because like the kids going and playing in the woods. I'm sorry, I'm cool with like child freedom and autonomy, but 6 and 4, too young to be like, well, you can just go play in the woods. A bear might eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah, I for that age, yeah, I'd definitely be having a fence. Something that they can't get out of.
T. Jefferson, I'm glad that you love it. It tortures the shit out of me. I can't watch Bill Burr do interviews, movies, shows, anything anymore. I have been so oversaturated with Bill Burr. I was a Bill Burr fan, but there's like a weird connection that part of me has there that just kind of... And so now, anytime I see Bill Burr, I end up, what do I know? What am I? Some guy raising kids in the woods? I don't know. Go fuck yourself. Like, 15 minutes left. Like that, it's just, I can't do it. I haven't seen anything he's done recently because I'm like, I can't. The man is in my soul and it's bothering me. Johnny, I'm sorry you've been diagnosed with ligma. What's ligma? You laughing doesn't make me feel better about that diagnosis. We're a little over on time. I'm going to bail up out of here. Y'all been wonderful.
We can talk about Gino and Jasmine, yes.
All righty. So feel free to check out Digger's show. I'll be back tomorrow. This lovely lady may or may not be with me. That's entirely up to her. But I will be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We've been Johnny. She's been Digger. You've been an audience.
Bye.
Later.
Game over. Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck is fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Game over. Game over, man. Game over. Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
No, you fool. We're following orders.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit. Just gone from suck to blow.
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?